What's up, everybody? Maruka, what's up? You there? She should be
Oh,
here in
yeah.
a
Give
minute.
me just a second. Hey, everybody. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Now you guys know why we're late. But what's up? How you guys doing? Aquí nomás, Thai 602, Q Wole. He said B23 already. Watcha. AP said, órale, 10,000 subs a la verga. See? Yeah, I knew you were going to say that's where you wanted to go for that. It is a special occasion, bro. Go ahead. Billy B23 said, what up, everybody? Peace. Sergio said, what's up, everyone? Travis Drew, he said, what's up, fellas? Then look, he's got his eyes saying, because nobody said, what's up back, you, what's that called? Not polite people. Sergio said, not even on a special day like today is Tortuga on time. I was on time, bro. I couldn't get hold of Maruca. I called her, and then she said it was on the charger, and that's why, and then she said, go ahead, and she's going to wait a little bit, and so she'll be here right now. You know, I was trying. I was ready since like 9 o'clock. Getting that last cheesecake in said AP shit. I wish I had cheesecake food. You know what I do got? How many of you guys remember they used to give us this in our Christmas packages, bro? Remember the Crunch and Munch? I seen it at Walmart today and I had to get it. It's been a long time. Sergio said, "Quad last? He eats it during the live. He's just more proper on camera and uses a utensil." You know I will eat it. I don't give a damn. Burqueño, ¿qué hubo, brother? He said, "At la vergas." Javier said, "Ese es el cricket con la Giovanna por vida, puppy love." Watcha? Yeah. I write it on my hand, bro. Push here. Giovanna. Oh, wait. AP said, Giovanna, you always tardy. You're in America now. I'll get it to her as soon as she comes back, bro. She's taking her time. There was a lot of noise around her, so she's trying to get to a quieter spot, boys. Javier said, you know when a cholo changes? When he starts wearing wrinkled shirt, no creases. I just threw a bunch of clothes in the washer, bro. And this is what I had like to throw on so that I could get all my work stuff washed. You know. Sergio said, and where's the shirt backwards like this guy here? This shit ain't backwards, fool. You know what? I put it on backwards, that's it. But I ended up putting it on right. Yeah, it's straight. It ain't backwards, fool. What's going on, man? How's everybody doing today? I saw this morning, I got a text from Geronimo de los Cielos, and he said, we're about to hit 10,000, right? And he put like 999 or algo así. So I went and looked, and sure enough, we were at, this morning when he hit me up, it was probably about noon or something, 1 o'clock. We were at 9,900 and 9,997, I think, bro. We needed, yeah, because then I texted him. I said, we need 3 more for 10. And then I missed it. And when I went back, we had 10,001. And it's crazy. Where are we at? Shit took a long time. What's up? You there, babe?
I'm here. I've been here.
I was letting them know how I'm a celebrity.
Shut your face.
Oh, watch out now. We're at 10,004. Yeah. Picked up 3 in like an hour. Telling you, boy, I'm a legend.
It's because they thought that it was like a real prison channel where you're going to like talk about real stuff and yada, yada, yada. And
no, I talk about real stuff.
You know, when you should have, when you could have.
I just told them, I bought Crunch and Munch, and they used to give us this in our Christmas package. That's kind of like a war story.
Uh,
Sergio said, "Laugh
and then
my
like
ass
people
off."
come on and then they're like, what are these people talking about? Like, they're crazy, right?
Yeah, right. So what's wrong with this dude? You always be coming on late. You don't be talking about shit. Hey, but 10,000 of you motherfuckers subscribe, so joke's on you.
Well, I think it's really cool. I mean, you know,
Yeah, it's feeding me.
I appreciate everything.
I really do appreciate everybody. Hey, this Vato's gonna wear wrinkled clothes to his wedding, said Javier.
No, he's not.
This shit ain't
No,
wrinkled, bro.
no, he's not.
And I don't wear wrinkled clothes out, bro. Trust me, I don't. I enjoy having my shit ironed. Hey, Burqueño said, "Yep, that's me from the dryer to the shoulders." Hey, but if you do it from the dryer, it should be all right as long as you didn't leave it in there too long. Javier said, "Not me. I crease my clothes for work." Yeah, I don't have to. Mine, the shirts that I wear for work, they're those button-up Cali tops. They don't get wrinkled, eh? Well, no, I guess they would. But I'm right straight from the dryer. I usually hang them up, eh? What's that? It's not just wrinkled. It's that masca. What the fuck is that?
I don't know. You know, Sergio's not from here and
Oh
tries to
yeah,
bring that language over and that.
yeah. I think that's not what for. Está feo. Vamos a la verga.
Well,
But that was what. Oh, listen, watch out. Now that you're here, babe,
what happened?
I'm about to tell you. Giovanna, why you always tardy? You're in America now, said AP. He said, "You're in America."
I know, I've been here, but some stuff was going on right now, and just, tonight was my fault. All the other nights, you guys know whose fault it is. But tonight, yeah, it was me.
Travis Drury, what's up, brother? He said, "Yo, I was watching video of you on Rojo from a year ago, and you mentioned getting nonprofit going. Didn't realize it had been that long. Just wanted to congrats. I'm happy for you on that for real." Yeah, brother, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And yeah, man, it took at least over a year, bro. Um, when we first had, so we went through different steps. Let me tell you guys this little war story. Um, when we first decided to do it, I did what was it called? I'll tell you exactly what happened. Los from Phoenix. He comes on here. His name is Los. He calls himself Los. I actually know him from prison when we were both kind of like kids. We were 18, something like that, and we were in a joint together. And I figured that out through us speaking on here, right? But we were talking about the nonprofit one day, and he came on and he donated $250, and I think it was because he asked or something, what would it take to get a nonprofit going? And I looked it up, and to do it through one of those places like Ink File or Lawyers R Us or whatever they're called, um, that's what it would do. So he did. He donated 250 and said he'd do it for the nonprofit. And I was like, damn, what I did. So I did. That one was quick. Ink File made it. It did the corporation. Unfortunately, Ink File doesn't file all the paperwork to the IRS and all that other stuff. So all it basically did was make me a corporation, and I didn't know what to do from there. Later, I'm not sure how much later, I'm trying to figure that out. There was an individual that most people know as like the anonymous one. He's been around the whole time. Very good individual, good friend of, has become a good friend of Jovan and I, he and his wife. Real good people, got good hearts, do a lot for the community, and and he was in trouble as a juvenile too, as you know, messing up as a kid in the Phoenix neighborhoods, ended up in Adobe Mountain, went to prison, the same, all the same roads we took, but ended up doing something with his life after that and having his own business. He stepped forward and he put 5 grand. He's like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get you a lawyer, and that way we know it's done right. And he put 5 grand on a retainer of a lawyer that he knew, and that's when the journey started. The lawyer started putting in the paperwork, figuring it all out. Um, at the end of everything being filed, you have to then file to the IRS some forms. The lawyer reached out to me because the money had run out, and we needed he needed $600 as a filing fee for, for the IRS paperwork. I never saw the damn email, bro. I wasn't look. I didn't know, like I had never seen the name to, like that lawyer was just kind of there. And one day I was reading my emails and there it was, and I'm like, shit, this dude's been waiting for me for like 4 months about this $600, and so and I got a hold of him quickly, and did we did that, and then he filed the paperwork, and so that's kind of why it took so long. It was two things that happened that made it made us wait a while, and yeah, and so we've been anticipating this a long time, bro. And I mean, shit, my girl moved to Phoenix in anticipation of this way back a year ago. Um, she moved. She had went out there to visit, and in that time we had spoke about the nonprofit, and she had went out there to visit to be with her family. Her dad was going through some medical stuff, and she had found a pretty good job out there, and she was just gonna stay for a couple months, but she's like, I want to work. And then we just decided, like, fuck, if we're gonna do the nonprofit, we have to be in Phoenix. And we're like, why don't you just stay there and keep working? You like that job, don't leave it and come back here for nothing. And as soon as the nonprofit really launches, then I'll move out there. And we obviously didn't think it was gonna take this long, but that was the whole reason for her moving out there. What do you think about that? It's a little war story, babe.
I think it was great. I
I
love
did
it.
too. Did you hear the part where I said you moved out there?
Yeah,
Okay.
I did.
Well, there you go then.
I did.
Sergio said Mascavo. It's not Mascavo, güey. Córtatela. Burqueño said, I'm in the truck. 16 hours on my days off is when I'll put all the effort. Órale, yeah, yeah.
Read the next one before you say it out loud.
Okay. I'm not sure we needed to know that. Okay. Well, good luck to you, brother. Javier said, did you check out that podcast I mentioned? I did, bro. I did. I looked it up. I read up on the Vato a little more than I did. I didn't really sit through one. I kind of read up on him. And yeah, that's feeding it, bro, for real. Let me see. Caught the live. What's up, familia? Hope all is good, said Angel Chavez. Antonio said, Crick, I seen you on the news website called Unilad. You had a black and beige shirt. You were bald. It said you were crying in the air. I was crying. I did an interview. I don't know if I cried. I didn't even know it came out. Did it really come out already?
On what channel?
Remember that Unilad thing I did?
Oh, okay.
He's saying he saw it, but well, if you saw it, did I cry or did I not cry? Not sure, bro.
And if he was crying, was it the part that he said that I saved his life?
I'm pretty sure
Or the
that's
couple of
not it.
times that I said, you know what? You better shape up or I'm going to ship out.
No, I'm pretty sure that's not it.
That
I
probably
think
could have been the part.
I seriously doubt it. I'm pretty sure that those would be the times when I would be smiling.
You lie.
You don't know.
You lie. You don't mean that.
Mm. Yeah, that's what it was. Lad Bible, not Unilad. Simon. Um, and I don't remember. I don't remember crying, bro. To be honest with you, um, I'm not too tough to cry though. So, but I'm pretty sure it didn't happen. But whatever, bro. No, I know. I remember the interview, brother. I didn't cry. So, but again, I'm not too tough too. So, if that would have happened, it would have probably been a pretty good interview. I'm a good crier. My eyes get like all shiny,
Chinese?
shiny.
Chinese?
Nah, but yeah, I did do that. I did do an interview with them, brother, but it hasn't come out yet. I'm still waiting. AP said, "Dang, Cricket got Giovanna on lock." He said, "Go," and she went real vato. Oh,
Okay,
she went
okay, well,
real
hold
vato.
on. Back
That
up.
is that is true, bro. You are right about
Hold
that.
on. Back up, Buttercup. Okay.
Ah,
No, I didn't. He didn't tell me to come real quick. I was already here. I was already here. Thank you very much.
I'm
And
not
I
sure.
felt that I had came out to visit first. So it's not like you said you need to go right now and this and that. That's not how it happened.
I'm pretty sure that is how it
That's
happened.
not how it happened, and you know it's not how it happened.
It was kind of like,
I came out here in August because my birthday was in September.
yeah,
And then I said, you know what, I want to stay for Halloween.
yeah,
And then I said, oh, you know what, I haven't had a Thanksgiving here back home, so let me stay till Thanksgiving.
yeah,
And then when we were talking, we just kind of decided like, hey, this time last year we were going to move out here anyway. Now with this nonprofit, um, it's just probably best to stay. So yeah,
yep,
but I
yep,
was already here, AP. Like
yep.
my whole family was in 1750. Okay,
I think the next
we
thing,
were already here.
I think the next thing was, I think wasn't it your niece's birthday you wanted this, or no, your one of your nephews.
Well, no, and then November came, and then you were going to come in December anyway.
Yeah,
So I'm like, I'll just wait till then. And then when
yeah,
you got here, we had told Mijo, hey, we're moving back. And that's when he dropped the bomb on us that he was not moving back.
yeah. He didn't want to come. He
And
didn't want.
so you couldn't move back right away because then you had to make sure he was well established. And I mean, we were like getting ready to sell our home and everything. And this kid last minute was like, nope,
Yeah, he
I'm not
didn't want
coming
to.
back.
He basically said where we are is home because of the fact that he's been here pretty much since his 13th birthday. Went through high school, met his family, all that stuff. So yeah, he decided he wanted to stay, and so we had to change the plans a little bit. We were gonna sell the house and then use the money to move out there, but Mijo wants to stay. He can have the house, and we'll just figure it out.
Yeah,
Let me see. Javier said Jovan sounds rested today.
I am actually. I'm actually just relaxed, just chill, you know?
Chill.
Yeah.
I've seen what been watching out for that. Oh, Burkina said I've been watching out for that, and I haven't seen it came out yet. Burkina said lad Bible right. Yeah. Javier said Cricket don't cry unless he runs out of honey buns. I will cry for that. Antonio said, yeah, I barely seen it right now on Google News. That's crazy. But what does it say, bro? I'm not understanding where the crying part comes in. I will say this. I do remember when we speak on my murders. Um, I do. I don't cry, but I choked up a little bit. But there's no tears. I don't have tear ducts, bro. Yeah.
You're such a fool.
Damien said, "Orale, what's good, gente? How's everyone doing tonight? What's up, brother? How you doing, homeboy?"
Oh, hello. We're doing well.
Travis said he was crying, but that damn dog rescue commercial was playing in the background.
Stop.
That one makes my son, that made my son cry when he was little. You know how much money he made my girl donate to that shit? He had you on lock, huh, babe?
Yeah. And he would make sure too. I'd get a money order and put it in the envelope and send it. Yeah.
Yep. Sergio said it was part of the interview where they said honey buns weren't important and he got upset. You motherfuckers, boy. Yeah, that is true. Big Chong said nothing wrong with it, big homie. I cry all the time. It's tears of joy. I'm in touch with my feminine side. Right? I'm telling you. Yeah, that's how it works, bro. Nah. I don't remember exactly what we talked about on that. Yeah, I mean, obviously it was part of my past, so but yeah, I'm pretty sure there was no there was no tears. Sergio said they got Chinese and he runs off to take a 3 second piss. A 3 second piss, bro. That was
Chinese.
that that was that day when I couldn't hold it, bro. I was fucked up. I don't know why you bring up old shit. Javier said I cry ugly and I get loud, mocos all over the máscara y todo.
Ugh.
uh, not me, bro. When I do, I when I it when it comes to that, I choke up. I don't really cry, you know. Let me see. I cry ugly. Ray Diaz said, "Just tapping in. How we doing? Cricket and white fence. They
Oh,
made it the
maybe.
main headline. Ex Mexican Mafia cries in interview." Well, they're confused, or maybe no. Maybe I did tear. I know I teared up. No, I'm not teared up. I choked up. But I don't know. I'm at the I didn't. You know what's fucked up is I didn't get to watch it back, bro. The lady interviewed me like on a Zoom, and and I will tell you this: anytime I tell the full story of everything, when I talk about the victims and the victims' families and all of that, I always feel fucking bad, eh? That's not a, you know, I'm not I'm not too proud to admit that shit. That's one of my main motivating factors for now wanting to do what I do, you know. Ty 602 said I wouldn't buy anything in the Phoenix area for a while. Things will change though. Yeah, no, I know. As far as yeah. Um you talking about houses, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
that shit is so damn expensive. It was gone up. But you know what? I'm now thinking it's like a bubble. What do you I don't think that it's not sustainable at those prices, bro. It's crazy. I don't see it being like sustainable in that way. There's no fucking way. Jack in the Box said, "Where's that tree? Where is that? Oh fuck, we didn't do the tree, babe.
You know what, Jack in the Box? We're gonna get that tree just for you. Promise.
I fucking forgot. We're gonna get it. Yeah. Uh, we were supposed to tell Mijo to do it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
When we
get
get
the
off, I'm gonna text him, ask him.
Angel Chavez. So where does the nonprofit stand? Does the donations a tax write off? It is. Yes, it is. Now it is. So it finally got approved by the IRS to be a 501c3, which which makes it a tax deductible charity or organization. Yeah, that's where we're at with it. Now it's a matter of trying to figure out what are the next steps. Burqueño sent me oh, I see it right here. It says former Mexican Mafia member tears up as he recalls multiple, and then it's cut off. A former La M member who admitted to killing as part of his gang career has said he regrets everything about becoming mixed up in gang, whatever. Mixed up in gang something. Gang life.
Is that the title?
Yeah, they put former Mexican Mafia member tears up as he recalls multiple murders.
Oh my God, why they put tears up?
But they don't show me teared up, and I want to see this now. At the risk of sounding cliche, Medrano admitted he had a tough start in life and spent much of younger years in and out of juvenile hall. He was released on juvenile parole shortly after he turned 17, but soon found himself facing another 6.5-year sentence after being arrested again for armed robbery. Yeah, it just goes into the thing. It goes into the. He explained, I was a little more valuable because I was out on the street. When I got out during this case, there was 11 of us on the street, and they said that was the most members that had been in the street since the mid-'80s. Oh, they put a picture of me and Mundo together now. As soon as you get out of the task force is on you, they're following you, they're trying to get you, violate your parole. There's not anywhere you can go where they're not going to see you. So members don't last outside. Something will happen and they're caught and back in. But Medrano now runs a YouTube channel aimed at discouraging other young men from getting caught up in gangs. Yeah. Police raided his mom's house, all that shit. It goes into all the stuff. But where the hell are these tears that they're talking about? I'll have to watch that. It has a picture of my face, but it's which there's no tears. I'm rubbing my fucking mouth. But I don't know. I'm pretty sure I did choke up, that's for sure. Anyway, where are we at? Crusted said, Orale, how's it going, peeps? Cubo Crust, what's up, brother?
Hey.
Thank you for pointing that out, Antonio. You could have left out the crying part. Thank you. Little pedo. I don't give a fuck, bro. AP said, I cry when I'm drunk, so I don't drink. Ty 602 said, Crust.
Who said that?
AP.
AP cries when BTS split up. When they sent him away to the military.
Yeah. Sergio said, LOL. Sure, bro. Travis Drury said, so when and where is this video supposed to drop, though? I don't know if they're going to drop the. It looks like they have the video on here. It has a little play button over, like, my face. So maybe if you. Let me see. Hold on. It's loading an ad. So just wait and see what it does. I'll see what it does. I don't know if it's a video or not. It's like a Claire Reed published February 9th, 2023. Damn, it's been out. Well, what day's today? No, that's today, right?
When did it get released?
February 9th, 2023.
That's today.
In the case, and they were going to take her out. I wasn't aware. They never asked me. They didn't.
It's talking about your Holly with you.
Oh.
15 of us total, and we were all together every day.
I don't like that part.
Yeah. Well, it looks like they did. It's only two minutes 42 seconds that they show right there. I don't know if there's any more or not. And then it's just like a lot of trying to see if they mention. That's how Star Seeds playing. You just start getting known to be that way, and then little by little, it's who you know. I was willing to do in their corner and willing to do stabbings or whatever needs to be done on the yards. Yeah. Anyway, where are we at? Burqueños at AP. There are two types of drinks: the I love you drunk and the I hate you drunk.
Mm.
You know, I'm the I can be the life of the party when I drink. I'm either the life of the party, or if I get mad, I get really mad. It's crazy. It's it's gacho. That's why I don't like. It's just if I'm having a good time though, I have a real good time. I can be the jokester, you know what I mean? But it's just for whatever reason when I get mad, it enhances that. But I think that's probably everybody, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Javier or Ty 602 said Javier, LOL. Javier said serio Ty. Crusted said Ty with the fist. AP said Giovanna turns into a menthol smoker when she drinks.
Oh, not a menthol smoker.
Yep.
Just one cigarette.
Turqueño said, what's up, Crust? Travis said, yeah, AP, if I drink tequila, I'm crying 1 minute, then wanting to fight the next. LOL. Don't drink tequila no more. Locorab 520. Do Arizona Warriors have to give some type of pay to big homies behind the wall? It depends, bro. That it's not as um how would I put it? It's not the way Califas does it. If a carnal gets out, then they usually lock up their barrio and they'll get feria. Or if there's like dope dealers, they'll usually try to tax them. But they have not established like a street tax and made it, you know, across the board type shit. It's not like I said. It's not. It's different than California. LA Dodgers Blues, Seculo Familia. I'm here. I heard Cricket was crying. LA
Oh
Dodgers.
no.
Yeah. Burqueño said, oh, yeah, and the smoking drunk. So there's three.
The smoking drink.
Krusty said, hey, Burqueño. Sergio said, LA, yup, again. Yup, again. I cried again, bro.
Not again. Oh my goodness.
Why would she use that as the motherfucking highlight? That the it's not even true. I gotta watch it. We gotta see if I tear up. Anybody
I think
watching it?
you're just a big soft teddy bear now, you
Oh,
know?
I am that. That's for damn sure. That's for damn sure. But I don't remember. It didn't happen that way
But
though.
why would they name it that though? I guess to title, I guess to
It says that's the title. Former Mexican Mafia member tears up as he recalls multiple murders. Well, that's cool. I mean, honestly, I mean for the victims and the families and all that, I do feel very got you. Sergio said, Krusty, what's the word? Damien DeLeon said, you know what's crazy, bro? I'm not that much of a crier, but lately I've been having dreams of my past, and in my dreams I'm crying so much. My wife will ask me the next morning if I was crying in a dream. Yeah?
really?
Do
Yeah.
I talk in my sleep, babe? What do I do in my sleep?
I
Anything?
told you laugh in your sleep
No,
sometimes.
you're just crazy. You just made that shit up.
No, I didn't. You laughed in your sleep a couple of times. You
Ty
guys remember
602,
that?
they remember when you bullshitted that.
I didn't BS that. That's true. Um, I remember when you first when you first got out when we first met. I think it was like the second night we were together and you were talking in your sleep or you were saying something like they're gonna lock down. They're gonna lock down. And I was like looking at you like, what did he just say? And then I'm like staring at you waiting for you to say something else, but you didn't. So I was like, oh, okay, I think he was dreaming he's in there, I guess.
Is that right?
It
I
was
said
weird.
that while I was sleeping.
When you were sleeping, but we had only been together for like when the very first time you got out when we were together. That was like the second night.
Well, it's crazy. Sleep is a trip. I think a lot of I don't ever remember my dreams anymore. I don't remember.
I do. I think I had a lot of bad dreams when I was like pregnant and
Oh yeah.
we were getting locked up and I was, everything we were going through. I had like the worst dreams ever when I was pregnant. That wasn't fun. It was kind of scary, but it worked out.
Yeah. Ty 602 said, give it 2 years, interest rates will continue to go up, and a lot of people don't have fixed mortgages. Add in layoffs, it's going to come back down. Yeah, it's not sustainable, bro. It's way too much money that they're charging for now. You're talking about 2-bedroom apartments and shit for $1,800 and shit. That's ridiculous. People can't afford that shit. No way. That's the whole reason to have 2-bedroom apartments is so that people that don't have it like that can be in.
But the thing is that people are, the rent is that much and people are finding the way to pay it. So if they're like, hey, if they can pay it, then it is what it is.
Yeah.
I don't see it going down though, the rent.
AP said, and I start playing old Mexican music like Cadetes de Linares and Chalino. It's a big mess.
Who and what?
That's AP, babe. You know he was doble.
Oh, it's from that rancho. What did he say? Can you repeat that? Is that English? Let me see if I can read it.
They called you my partner. Officers also picked up Medrano's partner who was pregnant with his child at the time.
No, we were not partners in crime. We were not partners. He was my boyfriend at the time. Let's just clarify that, okay? I was not no partner.
It says Medrano says the cops had nothing on his partner, but they did have him on tape talking about his crime. So he told her to go ahead and just tell them whatever they wanted to know about me. He didn't realize the huge repercussion this would have, however. Oh, drama. I want to read the next part.
So stupid. Shut up.
AP said, Sergio said, Damien, that happened to me too. Crusted said, love is the word, Sergio. Saludos, brother. Sergio said, the word is legs, Krusty. Spread the word.
Oh my God, you sicko.
AP said, chale, so you're officially the crier. Oh, wow. Right? Vámonos, vete a la verga, güey. Said, Sergio, LOL. Javier said, AP, I bumped cadets de Linares and Carlos y Jose. Cadets or cadet? What the hell is that? Cadets? 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 That's a Spanish word, eh? I don't know that word. Damon says, Sergio del Burque 23. That's crazy. Que no. AP said, damn, Javier, that's my shit. Crusted said legs, and he's thinking about it. Sergio said, Damien, yeah, bro, shit catches up to us. AP said, Carlos y Jose is some real música. Sergio said, crusty, LOL. AP said, La Cosecha is a good song.
La
Cosecha.
cosecha?
What the fuck are all these words? That's Spanish?
Babe, you know them. You know how they are.
Oh, man.
We bringing all that over,
Había said, AP ever heard Chalino sing El Corrido del Munano? Munano? The Munano.
I can't.
It sounds like a word a kid would say, like trying to say my name, huh?
I can't.
Munano. Krista says, strike number 2.
That's crazy.
What happened, Crust? Did you get a second strike, brother? Did they say what it was about? Vince cries when she hears a la migra, said Thai 602.
Okay, no, I don't tie. No, I don't tie because they can come all they want. I'm good. I don't have nothing to worry about.
AP said, first of all, BTS is not split up. They will be together again when Jin finishes his service. They're all going together according to my sister, like I care. Uh-huh.
Oh, that's true. I didn't mean that they're split up. I meant exactly what he said.
Sergio said, they struck you out again, Krusty. He said, see, for what, bro? What are they saying, Crust? I don't get it. What are they,
Just something crazy, probably. It's ridiculous.
yeah, it's crazy. I want to know why, though. Javier said, Vato passed up my comment about Big Bertha. I didn't see no comment about Big Bertha, bro. Let me get out of this crybaby story. Let's see what I was talking about. What's going on over here? Where at, Javier? There's nothing in there, brother. Cricket looks for his Fifi in his sleep.
Oh, wow.
That was from Javier. Fuck. AP, I bumped Cadet. See, there's nothing after that, bro. AP, ever heard Chalino sing El Corrido del Munano? See, I read that. AP said, I had the whole discography, Javier. I remember listening to that title, just can't recall the words. I like that rola, El General y El Sargento.
Okay, well, this little bicycle right here.
See, that wasn't over here, though. And then they struck you out again, Krusty, said Sergio. He said, sí, Vato passed up my comment. No, he didn't, bro. Damien de Leon said, ay, cálmala, I smoke Mentos. Billy B23, you he said, so no more lives, Krusty? AP said, El Llorón. Isn't that a song, bro? Burqueño said, clickbait, that's all that is, enticing watchers. Yeah, it's weird because they're gonna see unless they don't show the whole video. It's only on there. You can click on it, and it only shows 2 minutes and 40 something seconds of it. But it was a 30-minute interview. So I don't know what, and I don't right there. That sounds like they're only talking. They show the part where I talk about Maruca. Javier said, "Is La Llorona for real?" I don't know. They think so. Not there, said Crust. No more there, bro. Hey, but what is it for, brother? Is it because of the música? AP said, Giovanna is La Llorona.
I haven't cried in a while. Because
Oh,
I've learned to just relax,
I'm crying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not worth it sometimes.
Sergio said, yeah, is he moment. He. Javier said, Cricket looks for his Fifi in his sleep. Oh, shit. Javier said, or Sergio said, LOL, Javier. Javier said, Sergio, que no? Hard Life Phoenix said, hola, my peeps. What's up, Hard Life? How you doing, brother?
Hey, Tony. Tony, we're at 10,000 subscribers.
We are. Jeep Dot said, what's a Fifi? Is that what I think it is?
Oh my God.
Probably if you think it's something that you make to fuck. Ty602 said, what up, Tony?
Why did you say it like that? You said fuck.
Because it was the way he's thinking about it.
He said fuck.
Javier said, Tony, it's because I'm from Wisconsin.
Oh my goodness.
Tony El Bolillo in La Casa, said Javier. Krusty said, I love to dream. I even know I'm in a dream when I'm dreaming. We've seen you sleep, bro. To Crust. Crust be dreaming like a motherfucker.
That's
Uh,
funny.
Good evening, Ty and Javier, said Heart Life. Hey, Tony, said Crusted. AP said, what's got you is big companies buying up whole neighborhoods and renting the houses.
Yeah.
Yeah, trying to make money, bro. Anthony Vargas said, saludos, Cricket. What's up, brother? Saludos right back at you, homeboy. Chita said, this is only the beginning. More and more people will end up living in tents. That could be the case, bro. I want an RV, eh? That's what I want to retire in when I grow up. I mean, not grow up, but, get old. Um, I want one of those bus RVs, though, like a real big bitch. That
You
should
know,
be cool.
I don't think though that a big percentage of people in tents is just regular people that are just living in tents because they can't afford their apartment. I think there's a small percentage of that. A lot of people living in tents is because, they're on that stuff. So
Yeah, for sure.
it's,
But it could start being more and more of that.
I just think it'd be like, hey, I can't afford this apartment. I need to rent out a room, or I need to go live with a family member or a friend or something. Like, you're going to do everything possible before you end it in a tent.
Yep. Ooh, ooh. When did you send that, man?
What?
I just got a text from you that said whoop whoop. Did you
A
send that
long time ago.
It just came through.
Oh my God.
Angel Chavez said, I'll contact you by email. Órale, brother. Simon, I'll send you my numero, bro, so we can rap. Gita said, tent sellers are getting rich moving into mansions while their customers are broke. AP said, Giovanna, the partner, Unilad got it right.
No. None of that.
Ray Diaz said they needed that because too many people watch it. People are interested.
True.
Yeah. AP laughing. Sergio said, Muffin. AP said, Giovanna been down with the mess.
No, I'm not down with the mess. Don't do that. Nope. And
Travis
don't
said,
shake your head. No, don't do that.
Travis said, partner, huh? Think we got Bonnie over here, not
Nope.
wife.
Nope. None of that. I would never want to be that.
I'll tell you
I don't
this,
even
though.
like those words. I don't even like when people say, I miss Bonnie and he's my Clyde. Oh, stop it. That sounds so ignorant. Sounds
Okay, but
ridiculous.
listen, real quick. I I will say this, and we were young. Joanne was young and naive. But one of the reasons that really made me like her is that she was down with the shit. And not down with the shit, but
Oh my God. Here we go.
and I don't mean down with the shit like that. I don't she wasn't no like, gangster bitch or nothing,
No.
but
No, don't make me out to be like a cholo vata loca, okay, over here all
that's what
down
I'm
with the mess
saying.
and
That's
I'm
what I'm
having
saying.
guns in my hands behind your back. Like,
I never
no.
said that. I never said that. That's what I was about to say if you would just quiet down.
Oh,
Uh she
oh.
she wouldn't bitch at me. That's what got me like, okay, you know what I mean? Like it wasn't never, well, not never. I think once or twice she acted crazy like a normal broad, but usually she wasn't tripping on me going out with the guys. She wasn't,
Well, what could I do? Okay, first of all, it was gonna happen regardless if I complained or not. It was There was nothing I could do about it. I couldn't control you. I really couldn't.
no, I know. Yeah, I know. But I like the fact that I didn't have to fight through that. Like it didn't have to be fuck,
Well,
man.
at the beginning when we first met, we had to get used to each other. The first couple of weeks were crazy. I'm like, who is this guy? What the heck? Like we broke up probably like 2 times like in a week because I wasn't used to that. I was real quick to run my relationships and how I wanted it, and this is what it is. And then with you, it was a little different. I mean, I couldn't even say anything because then we'd be back and forth. It was just, I wasn't gonna win. You know what I mean? You were gonna do what you were gonna do.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
And
true.
I couldn't help that I liked you and then fell in love with you. So I just let you be you. There's nothing I could do about it. And at
Yeah.
this point, I'm dealing with like grown men in their 30s, 40s. It's not like I was hanging out with people that were my age, like 18 years old. These were old people running around being crazy. Yeah,
Well,
old. I said old.
they were. I wasn't.
I feel like you were like 23, 24.
Yeah, 23. No.
Okay, whatever. But it's like you had your mind made up. You were going to do what you were going to do. There's nothing I could do. I mean, I didn't like it. You know, I didn't like it. But
No,
there I
I know.
was.
I know. But I like that you weren't like, man, stop, don't, you're gonna go back to jail, don't do this, don't do that. Like, it was just, it was kind of a given. When I got locked up, yeah, I'm back in, it was what it was, just like at first, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was, but I think a lot of it was the fact that you were just naive, and you didn't have any choice, obviously. But I like that fact, you know what I mean? That's what drew me towards you then anyway, you know what I mean? That you weren't tripping. I mean, you acted kind of weird after after Carlos, but that was normal.
I just, for a lot of things, didn't think that things would actually play out. They weren't on the streets long enough. They were that stupid that they would get caught up right away and go back to jail. Or I didn't think that it would really happen on some things. It's like, yeah, right, whatever. I'm 18. Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna really go hurt this guy. And then when it happened, I'm like, oh my God, they really did that. You know what I mean? It just kind of, I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't know.
yeah, it was a trip. Hard Life said Sergio, bro. Anthony Vargas said that jail humor never goes away. Yeah, that's probably true, bro. Yes. Ty 602 said exactly, Travis. Cricket just took the charges. I took the charges, bro, for Jovan. Ty 602 said exactly. Oh, I got that. That's funny. Where did this go? Hold on. Crusted said the music or program. Yeah, probably the music. The too many copyrights, I guess, maybe. That's crazy though, because I see so many people do like the music night and all of that. I mean, I used to do it. I would get my copyright shit, but they never struck it. Javier said, hanging out with Jovan, so all these Mexican words come out. Arriba, arriba, y a la vargota.
Who said that?
Javier, what do you think?
Really? No, it's not because you're hanging out with me. It's because you're hanging out with AP over there. Okay, that's why.
Ty 602 said, damn, the man crust. Crusted said, visual snippets. I don't know. I wonder. Anthony said, Big Bertha, the block gun, giving me flashbacks.
Oh,
The block gun. Crusted said, haven't looked. I just saw the word copyright. Oh. But I wonder if they give you a strike then, bro. Did they give you a strike? Because sometimes they'll just copyright you and say this is not a strike, but you're just not going to get any revenue or whatever. I said I cry when I take out Big Bertha because she eats like a puerca and racks up a bill.
oh my God.
Ernie Yu said you should sue the website for defamation of character. Cricket doesn't cry. No, actually, bro, I think I, I, I don't. I think it's better, doesn't it? Doesn't it make me like? Doesn't it humanize me? I really do feel bad about a lot of the shit that I did, bro. So when I do talk about it, I have human emotions. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it just is what it is. But I mean, I'm not sure if they mean like balling. That doesn't happen. Not like Jovan.
What?
Huh?
Okay, I have a couple of times. Excuse me.
AP
I'm just
said
a
you
little passionate.
you almost cried last live. Cortatela, güey.
Did you?
Uh, Me? You were here. No, I didn't. Thomas Lewis said, "What's up, my man? I'm drinking lame joke. What's up, my man? I'm drinking land shark. I need some of that money. You got any jobs?" No. Do you? I need money too. You could push that little button down there. They're called super chats. Ponle. Puro pedo. Just playing. Sergio said, "I'll take a real big bitch right about now. Been single for hella long."
Oh my God, this guy.
I didn't say euthanize, Sergio. Cortatela, way. I said humanize, way. The hell? ¿Cuál euthanize? I can rewind this shit. I didn't say euthanize, pendejo.
Why is it
Travis
gonna be all that?
Travis Drury said, "People buy up them tiny houses, though. They're nice and fairly cheap." The tiny chantes? Yeah. Thomas said, "I want to stop doing D-boy shit." D-boy shit? What's D-boy shit, bro? I don't know that 2010 lingo.
It's 23, 2023.
Oh, but I meant like in the 10s or 20s or whatever. Like, how do you say it? Like, I'm from like the
You know, the D
80s
boy
and
stuff.
90s.
You don't know?
Oh, D-boy. Well, see, but in our day, remember D-boys were those dancing motherfuckers, remember? The break dancers, and you had the D-boys that were the dancers.
Maybe.
Heart Life said, "We are the champions. Those 10,000s were earned, not burned. Congrats." Gracias, brother. Appreciate that.
Oh, thank you.
It's the bangers that I be putting out, bro. Ty 602 said, "It's not worth it, Thomas." What is D-boy, bro? If it's something illegal, then yeah, I agree with Ty. It's not worth it. I don't know how much time you've done in your life, but it, it, it gets old. It gets real old. And I'm sure whatever you get out of it is not worth those years. Angel said, "Congrats on your numbers." Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
Thank you. You know what? Honestly, um, I mean, it's just a number, but I think it's cool, because I started from scratch on this one. You know what I mean? And by myself doing it. And well, no, I guess I didn't start by myself. Me and Mundo started together, but you know what I mean. I can't. This is basically me and my ruka and our thing, and I didn't have to like lean on Perplex or any of that other the way we got got those channels subscribers. So it's pretty cool. Yeah. Javier says, "Sergio, ain't nothing like a gorda in your life." Javier says, "Sergio, go to child." Damn it, where did this go?
It jumped.
You're stupid.
Is that what you're gonna say?
Shit,
Sorry, guys, it jumped.
it did. What the fuck? Hanging out with. No. Sergio, ain't nothing like. Here it is. Sergio, go to child support court. You'll always find a gorda with feria. Oh, shit.
Okay.
AP said Giovanna was a down partner. Enough said. That was done. What was done is done. Just accept you was wrong for staying, Giovanna.
Stupid. No, I wasn't wrong because I was in love with him and I was pregnant, so it's exactly how I wanted it.
Yep. Billy B23, he's laughing. What's up, fool? AP said, plus you needed that green card, so you didn't really have a choice.
Shut
Crusty said, some hater trying to take me down. It's probably the case, bro. Sergio said, LOL, no thanks, Javier. Crusty said, nah, I can't stream from that channel. It said second strike. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, you're gonna have to just do it to the next one. AP said, do they give any grounds for the strike, Crust? He said copyright. He said he didn't read it all, but he saw copyright. So I wonder if it's just because it's multiple or something. Sergio said, LOL. He said, doesn't it euthanize me? Humanize, bro. Just stay away. I know I didn't say that. Rewind, fool. Damon said, have you spoken to Greyhound lately? I haven't, brother. It's been a minute. Sergio said, rewind it. You think bro, I know what I said. Well, I'm gonna rewind it, but I'm gonna send
You
it to you.
don't have to answer, babe. That's enough.
I'm gonna send it later. Watch out.
You don't have to worry about that, babe. Sergio knows. He knows.
He knows. Burqueño laughing. Crusted said, yes, I just am too bummed about it to take a look and see exactly what it was. Sergio said, you said euthanized. No, I didn't, fool. Javier said, AP, how about Carlos y Jose song El Chubasco? Sergio said, B-boys were the break dancers, LOL. Oh, B-boys. That's right. That's right. Ty 602 said, dope boy. Oh, that's D-boy. David said, that's B-boy, homie. D-boy are dope dealers. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you probably shouldn't sell drugs, bro. It's not worth it. You could become a B-boy. El Profe Loco. What's up, brother? He said, Chronicles, Cubo, what alegría, y fans. Hope all is well.
Oh, hello.
What's up, brother? So today we wanted to talk about what we said on the next live, a little bit about the nonprofit and where it's headed, kind of, is what we had said. Tell me what you think, babe. So Burqueño sent me this, like, I don't know, like a little checklist or something of things that, you could do, nonprofit, like ideas. And you could do, it said, so one of them was like possible reading classes or funding for reading tutors. I'm not sure about that. Camp outs. I would like that, like to take the kids camping and stuff. I think that'd be feed me. I've never been camping, and I think that it would just take them out of neighborhoods and into doing something other than, you know what I mean, than the bullshit. It could be something. Inner city anti-gang fiestas, barbecues, food attracts people to possibly listen. That's true. Classes for parents, warning signs of gangs and drugs, possibly online as well. Speakers at school, community centers, as well as juvenile facilities. Yeah, well, that's what I've always wanted to do. That was kind of what led me down this path where people were saying, how about that? Doing a nonprofit. And that is definitely going to be a part of it, for sure. And that would be like the role I think that I would take, going to these facilities and telling them the real stories, everything about being locked up. What the hell?
What?
I just got another text that just came through. I think it's old though, because I don't understand it. I think he's talking about the strawberry cereal.
That's old.
Yeah, it is.
Focus, babe. Focus.
I'm trying, but a text came through, and I thought Sergio was trying to say something. So yeah, that would be that. And then social media channels targeting younger children with fun or interesting scenarios on what they would do in certain situations. Social media channels targeting younger children with fun or interesting scenarios on what they would do in certain situations. What would that be? How would that look? Sponsorships with older kids, showing them different types of careers and trades, sending them out with workers during the day to learn. See, that's I like. That I
Yeah.
like. Um, what the hell? You just text me.
No, I didn't. That's old.
I think it's because of smartness. That's old. Okay. Um,
It,
I like that because I think, and I've said it before. I think when people learn, kids or not, I mean, even as you're growing up, and I mean, for me, it was shit. I was in my 30s in the joint already, but um, I think learning stuff that is like trade related, electricity, plumbing, different stuff like just whatever, I think it instills a sense of, I'm not gonna, not self worth, but like um, accomplishment, and I think that it makes them want to continue. They're like, damn, I can do that. That's cool, and then it would make them want to then pursue it as a career. I think that I truly believe that that right there, because that's how I felt when I started learning something. You know what I mean? Um, I was like, "Fuck, that's crazy! I can do this," and it was interesting, and I liked it, and it was it was just cool to like learn that shit. I think that would be good for these kids. Sponsorships with older kids, showing them different types of careers and trades, sending them out with workers during the day to learn. Oh, I just read that. Continuing and possible upscale of sponsoring families for Christmas, Easter, etc. Yeah, for sure that.
yes.
Yeah. Providing men or women peer supporters for kids to talk to in confidence without bias. Yeah, for sure. I think that's one of the reasons why I'm not against per se law enforcement. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. That's not the type of individual I am. But I wouldn't want to have them involved in this only because I want the kids to feel comfortable enough to where that they feel that they can lean on you, on us. They can ask questions. They can discuss things without feeling that they're going to get in trouble for it. And that's not to say that cops would like bust them for it. I'm just talking about the feelings that kids would have for coming from that. And that's so, I think that's a big thing, is to make them feel comfortable enough to talk about what's going on with them. Possibly help kids who are able to start their own little businesses, cutting grass, yard work, and providing them the startup tools necessary to learn the value of work. Yeah. Did you come up with these yourself, Purqueño? I thought like you Googled this shit, but now that I read a little more deep into it, the Christmas and Easter stuff, you actually came up with these, huh? What'd you think, babe? Which ones would you think are
I'm sorry, give me a second. I'm trying to plug in my phone. Hold
okay?
on.
Yeah,
I'm listening. They all sound great, and I think we should try everything for sure. I mean, sports, music
yeah,
classes, for sure to put them in sports. Make sure these kids get to and from practice. Make sure that they have everything that they need um, while they're in the sport.
yeah.
They're going to need cleats and helmets and whatever sport they decide to play.
Fucking cleats.
Um, I know a bunch of, teachers that are well educated that can teach music,
Mm-hmm.
private lessons that they can go over to their house. teach them how to play piano, guitar, drums, whatever they need. And if they don't have a piano in their house or a keyboard, we can get them one. If they don't have a guitar, we can get them one.
Yeah.
Just little things like that.
Yeah. I like these.
But I like all those ideas. So they sound great.
I think the campouts too. That always seemed to me that looked like fun when I would see it like on movies and shows and stuff.
You know what? My nephew just recently at his school, they had to take their sleeping bag to school, and everybody met up like at 7 in the evening when it was starting to get dark, and they just laid their um, sleeping bags out in the field, and they were like looking at stars and things like that, and just talking. And they were only there for like an hour or so, and then the parents had to pick them up. But he like really liked it. He enjoyed it. So I think anything that has to do with like outdoor stuff
Yeah.
might be fun.
Yeah, especially if you go with someone that knows that shit. You know what I mean? You can show them like little camping, how to start a fire with like the little flint thing, and little stupid things like that. Not stupid, but you know what I mean. Like little, it's the little things I think that kids that really get ingrained in them. You know what I'm saying? Like I still remember the little things that went were with me. You know what I'm saying? Like like with the Christmas, my tia Sue always used to put the stupid little Hershey Kisses out there, the different colored ones, and that's something that was always stayed in my mind as that was something cool from my childhood. It's just a lot of little things that
I think even like just camping and fishing and
Yeah,
um, just hiking a little bit or going out to the lake or just things like that or renting a boat and going on a boat ride, just um, those little things to just clear your head and talk about how your day was. But I would definitely like to do something educational with these kids or get them involved in something where they're busy during the week so they can't be out getting in trouble because they got they have to go to basketball practice or dance class or they have a piano lesson, so something to occupy their time so that they're not out getting in trouble.
yeah. Oh, yeah. There's so many. I think there's a lot of ideas, and we just got to eventually here. We're gonna have to just take the plunge and start getting to it. Um, but yeah, I like those right there. I like those ideas. I think I think part of it too is with these kids is the big. I think the biggest part is what he wrote there about having someone that isn't going to judge them. Basically, the older kids and not, I'm not the older kids. I'm sorry. The one where he put having someone to talk to that aren't going to have any bias. You know what I mean? Providing men or women for kids to talk to in confidence without bias. I think that's huge because I really believe. Well, I mean, it's not just what I believe. I think everybody pretty much knows that part of why kids do what they do is because they come from broken homes, and it's usually a fatherless or a motherless, one or the other or both, and they don't have that adult male or female figure in their life that can guide them or that they can go to and talk to about things that are going on in their life and how they feel and it's tough. I mean, it's tough growing up as it is, but then to also have to hold everything in because you have no one to talk to or look up to. I think that's a big reason why we, people, kids like we were turned to gangs and shit because we were looking for that acceptance, that those people that we can talk to, have something in common with. And then obviously once we hit the joint, you're looking for the adults in the mix, right? You're still, if all the adults in your environment are doing it, it must be okay.
Well,
So
I think also you bring a group of kids together um, after some time, probably not right away, because who knows if they're not going to like each other, if they're going to want to fight each other, who knows. But after they get on like the right path, then maybe bring them around so they can make other friends besides the friends that they have. The troublemaker friends that they have, they can get away from that. Maybe make it also like a family thing, get their parents involved, um, so they can be part of it too and want better for their kids. Then something might click with the parents, like, hey, I need to get myself together, like I need to get it together. And maybe the parents can become friends and they can all help each other eventually. I mean, it could be a whole family thing if needed.
yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, and usually it is needed. I think a lot of the times, even when they're from broken homes, and there's that one parent, a lot of the times that one parent is usually the mother, not always, but usually, and they usually are not aware of what their kids are doing. They are either, they're busy working, they're doing all that, and either they're naive to that world, or they're naive to the fact that their kids could even be involved in something like that. A lot of parents will say, no, well, my kid could never do this or never do that. And it's not that the kids are bad. That's the thing. That they may do bad things, but it's not that they're bad. It's that they're not being guided correctly. They're looking for acceptance in the wrong places, and I think that's the biggest part of it. And a lot
And
of these.
and I think a lot of the kids, the parents can, try to discipline them, but also reward them. Hey, show us your report card. Oh, you're not doing good. Let's hire a tutor for you.
Yeah,
Let's
I
get
think
you
that's
there
big.
so that you can join these sports. You
Yeah,
join these sports, we'll go ahead and get you this, or we'll put money away so that you can go to school, later on. Whatever you need. Tutoring's a big, huge thing too. A lot of them are failing. The parents
yeah,
not behind them, they're barely making it. Some teachers are just exhausted. They pass them just to pass them. They don't want to deal with it.
yeah. And I think, and I like I was, I'm remembering growing up also, and I remember always thinking that what you just said, when I would do good, no one gave a fuck. It was whatever. Almost like that's what you're supposed to do, and that is true. But you can't expect that from kids. But when I did bad, it was the end of the
Mm.
fucking world. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
everybody's pissed off. My mom was whooping the shit out of me or whatever the fuck happened. But if I did, and because for a while there, I mean, I remember sixth grade. Even though I was travieso, I was always like, you know, I was okay in school. And I remember getting principal's list and honor roll and all that shit. And it was just like it never happened. You know what I'm saying? I had my little fucking certificate and shit, and it was just like whatever. And then the following year, in seventh grade, when I got, bad grades and I got kicked out of school, then there was all these fucking, issues and grounded and break,
Yeah.
sneaking
Well,
out and
they can definitely be rewarded. And, even if they need haircuts, if they need clothes, anything to build their confidence to feel secure with themselves too.
yeah. Fucking Ty said, teach them how to change batteries in the smoke detector, etc.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I want it all. I want to do all of it
Yeah,
if possible, for sure. You guys know right now that we pay for music classes right now. We're for two children.
Yeah.
One of them, she stopped right now because she was playing volleyball and then she joined track. So she actually got in the habit of getting involved in sports and going down that route. And her grades actually improved because she didn't have time to act up or be bad. So that's a pattern I've seen. The other kid, he is still in music classes right now. He's been for a while now. And he, doesn't miss a class, does what the teacher tells him to do. He's learning. He can play like a song. It's and the look on their faces when they've accomplished that, like, oh my God, like I just played a whole song on my guitar. Like, um, they see it, they see it, and this is just a couple of kids. I can't wait for it to be 20 kids, 30 kids, and more and more and more. But I do find that that does help. That when you're involved in something, you don't have time for the other BS. You just don't. You're too tied up in doing something else,
Yeah.
whether it's dance or gymnastics or swimming or whatever. Then you start meeting people like that. Like, oh, these are my dance friends. These are, I'm in baseball, so I hang out with these guys. And it's usually positive people. It's not going to be kids that are getting in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah. I just there's so many ways, and I know that there's not a surefire way. I think a lot of things have been tried, but I think that a lot of kids have been helped throughout. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think that it's not a lost cause. I think most kids are not a lost cause. I think most kids have been given up on, and that's what needs to stop.
Yeah, and I think some kids need to hear it though too. Like, hey, this is your reality right now. I'm sorry you have a piece of poop dad that left you and doesn't want to see you. I'm sorry that you have a stepmom or stepdad that treats you like this. This is your reality right now, though.
Mm,
So, do you want to be in your 30s and have mommy daddy issues still? I don't want you to. So, why don't let's get you in things? Let's get you involved. Let's get you good grades so that when you turn 18, you can, go to college. Dreams can come true for you because some of them think that I'm not going to go to college. I'm not even going to graduate.
hmm
Their dreams can come true. Put them through those things so that they don't have to live that life anymore.
Yeah.
You don't like your stepdad? Okay, you don't like your stepmom? Then what are you going to do when you turn a certain age? You got to move out then. How are you going to do that if you're still going to live with them when you're 22 years old and continue hating your stepdad? What,
Yeah.
they need a little bit of a kind of like a stern talk also. Like, I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do for you. Your parents are who they are, but what can we do for you to help you better your life?
Yeah. For sure. Yeah, I think there's a lot of avenues, and I think that it's just a matter of putting the time and effort in. I think that's the problem. That I think at the end of the day, that's the real, um, that's the real enemy here. You know what I mean? Not enough not enough time and effort has been put into a lot of these kids by their parents, by school, by
By anybody.
yeah, by
So
anybody.
somebody
And
comes and talks to them, hey, you could do big things with your life. Okay, goodbye.
yeah,
But they don't sit there and say, hey, let me pick you up and take you to lunch. Hey, do you need new clothes? Is that what's going to make you feel more confident? Or are you getting bullied and that's why you're getting into fights? Like, get down to the point.
yeah,
The kid that we take to classes for music, even it's in his head now. Oh, hey,
hmm
you know what? Cricket's life, dang, his life was more messed up than mine, and he made it through. So you know what? Let me just get through this phase, and then the next phase of my life, I'm gonna be better. I'm gonna be better than my mom and dad. And
yeah,
literally, that's his mentality right now. It's crazy where this kid has how far he's come from the first time when we met him, where he said that he wanted to go to jail just so that he can get out of his house.
Yeah.
So it's like I said, it just that talk is gonna probably have to happen with some kids. Just
Yeah.
like, hey, it
For
just
sure.
is what it is,
And it has to be done, I think, without judging.
And
'Cause,
in a proper way, obviously not
yeah.
the way I'm saying it right now, in a proper
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
And then go from there. Like, do you need to talk to a counselor? Do you need tutoring? What do you need? First, we got to see what they need and then go from there.
Yeah. Sergio said drugs are bad. Okay. Javier said I'd rather have
Okay.
a gorda.
Sergio, did you say it in the voice of the teacher from South Park? Not the
What?
teacher, the principal, where he goes, okay, all right.
Never watched that. Javier said I'd rather have a gorda over a flaca. Big Bertha will keep you warm with one leg over you, but she always smells like PCP.
Oh my
Fucking Javier. Sergio said,
God.
órale, profe, says Sergio. AP said Simón Javier Flor de Capomo, tu cheque al portador, incomparables de Tijuana, dope 2. See my eyes tearing up, bro. It's because of this shit you're saying. AP said, them gorditas loyal. Ernie, you said, Sergio, you've been single a long time. You have one arm bigger than the other. Javier said, Tai 602 said, Javier laughed my ass off. Javier said, AP knows about loyal gordas and good corridos.
Good corridos.
AP said, you want to learn Mexican? Oh, but Mexican narco history. Old Mexican music, the way to go. Sergio said, Ernie, LOL, I don't even have time for that.
He's too busy cooking, okay? He's gonna be the sister wife.
Yes.
Sergio can cook.
Fuck, because of
I'm
him, I went to.
jealous. Like I'm
Hey, because of him, I went to Walmart today and walked the cereal aisle very slowly. And I bought some shit. Crusted said I can watch some classes to remove a strike. Oh, is that how they do it, bro? Take classes and they'll let you get it back? Crazy. Burqueño said, like showing kids what the outcome could be based on their choices. 2 outcomes with 2 different choices. Yeah. And that's where I think the talking to them in facilities and schools and all that, because we are one of the outcomes. You know what I'm saying? Not now. I mean, but even now, I'm saying 20 years of my life in prison, wasn't able to raise my son fully. All of those things that because of my choices. And that is one of the outcomes that they can have too. I've said it before, like I want kids to look at me and say, "Fuck that! I don't want to be like him. That fool, he was stupid. He did dumb shit, and he lost a lot because of it." If they can learn from my choices, then they don't have to go through it themselves. So it's part of it. Javier said, Ernie, that's why you must learn la escuelita. AP said, what if we make flyers? We can hand them out in front of juvenile courts, tasks, etc. Yeah.
that's a good idea.
I think that is a good idea. And not just that, every so often they'll have like judges conferences, parole officer, probation officer conferences, juvenile justice center conferences, lawyers. Like they do things, right? Like they'll have a luncheon, or they all very self-important people, and they throw little parties for themselves, judges and lawyers and POs and counselors, and you can go to those places and rub shoulders with them, get to know them, let them well, say you, I mean we let them know what we offer, what we want to do, what we're going, what we got going, where we come from. And uh and I think that's big, because then you open doors to access a lot of these kids that otherwise we wouldn't be able to. Javier said, Sergio, that's good. Saves you from shaving the hair on the palm. Burqueño said, some of them I looked into what others were doing. Others were just ideas. Yeah, those are good right there.
Yeah, they're really good ideas.
Sergio said, LOL. Javier said, if all else fails, we can bring in Big Bertha to turn them into men at the campouts.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if we stay nonprofit very long, bro. Burqueño said, something with music would be really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It seems to be working, actually. So
Yeah.
it just it gets a little expensive sometimes, and sometimes when things come up. But it's worth it, though. To me, it's worth it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah. And we're not going to say we're going to do something and then not do it. So just
yeah. I mean, I think those of you that have been here long enough remember when this kid reached out. I think around that time there was another one too, out of Texas. I remember, whose father was doing a life sentence because he was told on by somebody. And I remember he came in. He was frustrated with the system and how all that went down, so I think we had two, but the one of them never, he didn't become a recurring, but the one that ended up spending Thanksgiving with Jovan, and we got into these music classes and stuff, was, I think he was just a good kid looking for some,
attention.
yeah, just what we said, an adult, someone that they could look up to and talk to about problems. I think more than anything, he had, those issues at home, and I think he wanted to hear that it was okay that he didn't feel a certain way. You know what I mean? So it was good shit right there, I think. Sergio said, I think the weekends are really important too. Getting the parents involved to keep the kids busy on the weekends will be a big hurdle. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a big hurdle to get parents involved, period, bro, because if they haven't gotten involved yet, and these kids are to the point where they're coming, to us, then that means they've already, have already gone down a certain path, right? And if these parents aren't engaged yet, then that's probably part of the problem. And we're gonna have to do whatever we have to do aside from the parents. You know what I mean? If they do not get involved, that we can't let that be an obstacle. It just
Yeah.
that's just going to be that's part of the problem, obviously. AP said, ready to whack some trolls. Krista said, your nonprofit will be awesome, whichever direction you choose to take it. Let it come naturally. Yeah. Yeah. We are. I think we're letting it come naturally, but we also become complacent. We got to go out and get it, um, or else time is just gonna pass and nothing's gonna come of it. So definitely gonna definitely gonna go try to make things happen. Ernie, you said, Javier, you a chubby chaser? You like messing with them heavyweights, huh? Still the way he is. By the way, kids, don't listen to these guys. Ah, shit. Sorry that I lost it. Hold on.
It jumped up again, guys. I'm sorry.
Stupid.
Is that what you're gonna say?
Ty602 said, teach them how to change batteries in a smoke. Oh, fucking asshole. Burqueño, he said, and some parents just aren't educated on what to look for. Ignorance is definitely a thing with some parents. Not all, but some. Yeah, it definitely is. My mom still uses that one. As far as I'm concerned, her thing is that she wasn't from this country, so she wasn't aware of what kids were doing on the street and stuff. So it's kind of one of the things that she has said in the past. Javier said Father Boyle brings the rival gang members to work together in Los Angeles at Homeboy Industries. Yeah, I think that's probably a big one of them too, where because they get to know each other and see each other as people, as human beings, and not as just the enemy. I think that's a good way to do some gang, and getting in the middle of that stuff. I think a little bit of everything is actually the way to go with it. Pequeño said, Ty, and he's laughing, bro, chirp. Javier said, Ernie, ya sabes. Junior G said, órale, long time no see, haven't been on YouTube. Mucho respeto from up here in Sacra. Been working, I'm gone. Like 22, he said. Have a good night, brother. You're probably gone already, brother, but if you're not, I know it's been a while since we have seen you. We appreciate any time you can make it, but we understand life gets in the way sometimes. Sergio said getting kids access to therapy should be a part of it, dealing with their traumas and learning how to deal with real life situations. Yeah. And I think it definitely can be something that we push for, once we have the resources, bro, there's no limit to what we can do. You know what I'm saying? The hard part is building the reputation and the notoriety to where people will entrust us with the resources. But once we have that, I mean, we can do, the sky's the limit as far as doing things to get kids involved, to keep them busy, to let them go through therapy for those that are, have internal, have traumas in their life that they need to deal with. I mean, we know, most of us know that I've said it, we've all talked about it. It's, these are broken kids. Um, a lot of the times they come from traumatic circumstances. Not always, but a lot of the times there's a trauma that happened there that you know brings them to where they're at now. So yeah, definitely therapy, or whatever it takes has to be on the table. Burqueño pointed up at that and said 100. LA Dodgers Blue said, Jovan, do you play any instruments?
I don't know.
I do. I can play the piano.
Shut up. No, you can't.
How do you know?
Because you can't. Don't be dumb.
You've seen me play that one song.
You don't play anything.
You didn't see me play that song?
What song? Babe, stop talking. I'm done. I'm
You don't
done.
remember?
No, I don't. You can't play anything.
You're a hater for real.
Hmm.
I'm gonna record myself playing that shit.
Oh my God.
I know you've seen me play it.
No.
When I do the reverse hand trick.
Okay, I'm done talking to you. I don't know how to talk to you now. No. So I'm done.
I need fucking therapy.
You
You're the
do.
guys that
You do. You need help. You do. Your
yeah.
parents did a number on you. You really do need help.
And my partner doesn't support my fucking instrument playing.
Stop calling me partner.
You're my partner.
Oh my goodness. Done.
Travis Drew said, "You have to start very young with kids. This channel has made me think back about me as a kid, and I was 11 when I started carrying a gun, and being 42 now, that blows my mind thinking back about it." Yeah, I'm with you on that, bro. No bullshit. Um, when I think about, I went to juvenile hall, Adobe Mountain, when I was 13. I was in juvenile in Durango when I was 12. I can't imagine my son at that age there. You know what I mean? Like when I think about that, I remember it as if I was me now. You know what I'm saying? Like I fucking swear I thought I was big shit. I thought I was a grown ass man. I was, lit, that I was, locked up doing, fighting where, it was. But then when I think of when I got out of the joint, my son he turned 13 that month. And he was just a little chubby.
He was a little baby, huh?
Yeah, he would fucking we'd walk and he would just fall. Remember? He was so
Clumsy. He was real clumsy.
he was so clumsy, and it's like there's no way. Like I used to tell Jovan, like there's no way he could have made it in any of that shit. Even when he was like even now at 19. Like I can't picture him in a fucking adult prison like I was at. Like there's no fucking way. Like I don't. It's crazy to see that and to look back and that those are the ages that people are ending up in these situations. Kids are ending up in these situations. It's not. It's like these people, these judges and these prosecutors are just throwing children away, and that's what they're doing because there's no programs, there's no rehabilitation even for the youngsters, the kids. It turns into almost a lifelong uh, thing, like that's it. Once you start, it's the rest of your life is in and out pretty much, unless you make a very quick, you know, take a right real fast, make a decision that you're not with it.
I think that eventually it would be good for Mijo to talk to some of these kids having a parent that was in prison for 12 years, 13 years. And a lot of these, I've told you guys, these music teachers that I know, a few of them came from really bad, broken homes, bad step parents. I mean, you hear their story and it's like, how did you not turn out bad? They took the other route where they said, I don't want to be like that. I want to help other people. I want to help other kids. And they went to college and they became music teachers because they had that passion for kids to teach them something and pass down something to them. So these kids can also hear the side that you guys went to prison and how it was like, but they could also hear the side where other people where they didn't go that way. Mijo tells me all the time. I've asked him before, do you have any hurt or, were you ever emotionally affected by your dad being away? And he's like, no, he like laughs about it. He's like, I can't let that affect my life later on because he wasn't there. He wasn't there. That's just what it was.
Yeah.
He is now, and I'm moving forward, not looking in the past. I'm not gonna cry that my dad wasn't there for 13 years as a almost 20-year-old man. He's like, you just have to grow up and move on with your life. He's like, I'm not gonna go wreck my life because his life was a wreck. He's like, what good would that do? You know?
Yeah.
So I think there'll be plenty of people and stories for them for sure to hear.
Yeah. Javier said LA Dodger Blue Jovan plays corridos on her accordion.
Oh, stop.
ZG said a lot of kids' parents have PTSD and don't even realize it, so therapy is a must. If the root of the problem can't be uprooted, it's really an uphill battle. Patience, as every child case will be different. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, there's like I said, I mean, we know it's the majority of people in prison, and I don't know the statistics right now. I have seen them before, and they're high. Um, I think almost in the 80 percentile, um, if not more, come from like divorce homes, single parent homes. Um, most have had, traumatic upbringings one way or another. I mean, just I know it's been normalized almost. Like people, it's all nowadays. It's almost normal that if someone is raised by one person, like the single mother or the single father or whatever. But you got to think back to the 60s and 70s and shit. That was not the case. I mean, everybody had a mom and dad. That was what it just was, like people didn't, the single mom was rare then. This is a phenomenon that started, I think, in probably the 80s, maybe, or, 70s and 80s, 90s, something like that. But it's become way more prevalent as time has gone on. And I think people have normalized it instead of seeing it for what it is. It's detrimental to these kids. It's not a normal thing. So that I mean, it's a wonder that these kids are getting in trouble and looking for attention and wanting some type of adult acceptance as they're coming up. I mean, that's because that's what's normal. And if they don't have that, they look for it, and usually they're going to find it. The people they find it from is going to be people that are in the same environment, and usually that's the streets. And that, I think that's the problem. And so the biggest part of this is like, ZG saying, and everybody we're talking about here is there's going to be the traumatic, issues. There's got to be therapy when it, because again, it's not normal to come from a single home. It's just not. I know people want to, like Jovan, she did great with my son. She brought him up the way she did. But we all know that if her and I would have raised him together, he probably would have had a better upbringing. Not to say he had a bad one to begin with, but I can imagine, he and I doing camping and doing, all that other shit that we would have had more time to do because I would have been out. Um, so, when you see like the normal kids, quote unquote, they'll talk about camping or fishing with their dad, or, I went to the ball game with my dad and all that type of stuff. And usually single parent homes don't do all that shit because they don't have the resources to do it.
Well,
You got
Mijo did that. It just wasn't with you.
no, I know.
Like he went to a couple baseball
Well,
games with your
and that's
sister.
why, yeah, and that's why he was
I
lucky.
would take him fishing, or it wasn't with you. But imagine if you were out,
Yeah, and
his
that,
life would have been that much better.
and it was, and to be fair, I think with our son, I mean, you had a lot of family support around you and him, so it was he did have some of that. But a lot of people, a lot of kids don't. You know what I mean? A lot of kids are, it's just the mom struggling to do whatever, and they don't have the aunts, the uncles, the grandparents, and all that as well.
No, he did get very lucky because everybody babied him, carried, they catered to him. He was very well loved. He was really protected. So
Yeah.
he did get lucky.
And it
Most
sucks
like
that
you said, most kids don't.
yeah,
They don't have an aunt to go to. They don't have, a grandma to go to. They're just there,
which is why they end up
which
going to
is why they end up,
streets.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Let me see. AP said, "Nah, Grillo, you just like to cry. I can't even have a
What?
serious conversation with you fuckers."
That was funny.
Sergio said, "Hey, check it out, kid. Your life is fucked up. Your parents are pieces of shit. You ain't doing shit. Your life is what it is." White Fence, international motivational
No, well,
speaker.
I wouldn't say it like that. Do you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say it like that, but I mean, we're not going to be able to change all these parents' minds,
No.
and they're not going to change overnight. You know how adults are, they're stuck in their
Yeah.
in their ways. I mean, now if they do come to us and say, "Hey, we do want help. We do want to better ourselves. Could you come over and take care of these kids while I go to night school or whatever?" Okay, yeah, I'll be there. You know what I mean? But most of these parents, they're not going to change. Let's be honest. They're
Yeah.
not.
Hmm.
So it's like you just have to let the kid know, like, this is your life right now, but it doesn't have to be like that forever,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know?
And I think,
And not in those words, not like me being
yeah.
straight out like that, but of course I would never talk to a kid like that, but that is a reality. It just is what it is. Their mom is going to continue being who she is. The dad isn't going to, if he hasn't come around now, why all of a sudden is he going to come around?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's reality.
Yeah. It sucks. I mean, it sucks that there's so many kids that are broken, that are, they're sad kids, I mean, hurt kids that most people don't picture them that way. They think that they're just, that these kids are just bad, and they, they're doing bad things because they're bad or whatever, but it's not. It's usually looking for uh they attention, to be honest. I mean, at the end of the day, and what better attention? The only way to get attention usually is to do something bad, because you don't get it for doing something good. That's one of the things that I remember learning growing up. No one gave a fuck when I got honor roll, but the first time I got arrested, everybody was fucking freaking out.
And,
You
and
know?
see, my family was different. If you got sixth place or 11th place, they're going to celebrate you. They're
Yeah,
going to be like, "Oh my God, you did great. Okay, you didn't get first place, but so what? You did your best. You did great. Let's get you a cake and let's celebrate." Have a party with it. Like that's just what they did. That's just how they were.
yeah,
I mean, we were the type of family that, if you lost a tooth, yes, you're going to get money from the tooth fairy. Yes, they celebrated everything with us kids.
yeah,
So that's why when my son went to school, if he got student of the month, and then everybody got student of the month because they all
yeah,
took, they rotated the kids. But I was there. We were all there cheering him on. Good for you. Okay, we got you a little present, like to make them feel good, give them that confidence.
yeah,
But some kids, all they're reminded of is just the bad, the bad, the bad. And here you go. I mean, what do you think they're going to turn out like?
yeah. AP said Unilad said so. It was Lad Bible way.
The lad.
Porqueño said the drill instructor. Sergio said we just have to make sure Jovan speaks to the kids, not white fans. White fans will have kids joining gangs and stealing lunch money.
Oh
ASAP.
no. No, we don't want them to do that.
Ray Diaz said, Cricket and white fans, have a good night. Everyone in the chat, have a good night too. Órale, bro. Crusted said, good night, Ray. Javier
Good
said,
night.
trouble kids need to just relate with you. Just being able to eat a burger and be able to have them trust you is a start. It really is,
Yeah.
bro. And it's
Yeah.
a big start. And that's why I think like the camping thing, that idea is a good one. Going to a ball game, taking them to a goofy golf thing, or there's a lot of little things that I think really um, that seem little to us, but make a mark on kids' lives. You know what I mean? Like shit like that becomes lifelong memories, um, and I think that's part of the loss of when you go to prison. You lose so many, like what could have been memory, lifetime memories, all the holidays and all the different shit that everybody else experiences. Gas Mask said, hope everyone has a good night and safe weekend. God bless. Right back
Oh,
at you, bro. Ernie, you said awesome person. Oh, fuck. Hold on.
sorry guys, it jumped again.
Awesome person AP. Have you heard of Los Alegres de Terran? Watch out. AP said
What?
Simon Ernie. Old school music from the Sierra. Ooh, AP. It's all coming now.
It is.
He was doble from 18 and 22nd.
Mm-hmm. That's what the word on the street is.
Travis Drew said basketball league could be cool. A lot of kids like playing ball but don't make the grades at school or don't have funds for jerseys and things. Yeah, sports in
Yeah.
general, bro. Sports in general. I think they're so yeah, absolutely. Everything but soccer. Fucking soccer's so boring. Stupid cleats. Urqueño said the itsy bitsy spider. What's up, fool? R. Lopez said, damn, just got off work, so I'm getting the rest of the show. What's up, brother?
Okay.
How you doing, bro? Give me a sec. Let me knock this bitch out of here. All right. Sergio said, my mom was so distracted with her failing marriage that she was clueless to how far in the bullshit I was. It finally clicked when I was around 21. She overheard me and a couple homeboys discussing possibly greenlighting his mom's boyfriend, but by then I'd already been arrested a few times, and she never knew I spent a few days in jail at a time. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, with me, it started so young that, by the time I went to prison, my mom was used to it all, but um, it basically started the same way. You know what I mean? Like, the age is the difference, but I was getting locked up, and I will tell you. I'll tell you guys a quick one, just as a part of that thing, uh, part of this discussion. Um, when I got busted, uh, finally, and I knew that they had got me talking about the homicides and stuff when Dreamer set us up. Um, I called my mom from the Horseshoe, which is in Phoenix. Before Madison used to have the intake was called the Horseshoe because you went in and it was basically like a semicircle. You ended up on the other side, and took days to get to the end or whatever. But anyway, that's what they called it. Um, so when I went in and I got to make my phone calls, I called Jovan, uh, and then I called my mom, and I told her I wanted her to hear it from me before she heard it anywhere else. And I told her that they were going to be seeking the death penalty on me, that they had told me that. And I remember her response was, she was like, "No, what are you talking about?" She goes, "You didn't do that. You couldn't have her, like something to that effect. I can't remember exactly the words." And I was just like, "Mom, I'll talk to you later. I can't, talk on this phone or whatever." But even at that point, after so many years of me doing what I was doing, she was still, naive and still, she didn't believe that I was capable of that shit. But uh, and I think most parents are that way. They don't want to believe that their babies could do some shit like that. They're always gonna look at them as their babies. Not all. There's some that they're just fucking shit parents and really don't give a fuck. But there's the other ones that are just caught up in their own life. Right or wrong. That's the problem. Have you ever said everyone? You got something to say, baby?
No.
Have you ever said everyone always told me when I go to jail, not if I go to jail. I wish I never did drugs or joined the gang. I'm still paying for it. It seems like it never stops. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think we all kind of threw our hands up to that eventually. You know what I mean? We all kind of knew, like, yeah, I just got out. Let's see how long I'm gonna last this time. Um, we eventually just knew we would get locked up again. Um, it's crazy. But it's even sadder when it's a kid. You know what I mean? For a grown adult, you eventually have to stop feeling sorry for a grown ass man that is, doing shit that is putting them in that position. But a child, I don't think that you should ever give up on them. I don't think that there should ever be a point where people just say, you know, they're a bad apple and they can't be helped. I don't think that that's ever the case, no matter what they do. Um, it's known and proven that the 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 human brain continues to develop, well into your 20s. So, you know, yes, you got to hold people responsible, including kids, when they do something bad, but it can't be, you can't hold them responsible as if they were adults, though. I think that's where the mistake is. 'Cause I believe that if anybody can be rehabilitated, it's a child. They're still not set in their ways. I've seen that. uh, I mean, everyone knows that nobody is the way they were when they were 13 years old. Whether you were a good kid, a bad kid, or whatever, nobody is the same as they were at that age. 13, 14, 15, 16. At those, I mean, even the good kids, the jock kids or whatever, they played video games, they drank Dr. Pepper, they went and hung out with their friends. But once they grew up, they were done with that. Like everybody grows up and is different than they were when they were a child. So to hold the kid accountable for the rest of their life for something they may do as a child, I think is wrong. Burkina said that's a smart boy. He refuses to play the victim. It's too bad. God damn it. Hold on. It's too bad others don't do the same. Yeah, I think it's tough though. I mean, I don't think that
I
I
think
don't
maybe it's easier for him to say because he had a good life even when you were in there.
yeah.
Because he did live in a nice home, went to a nice school, had the new things, had the love, had the support, was in sports. Like it didn't even like really affect him. So I think though that if I was by myself, didn't have all that. We were not living in a good place. He was in a bad area. Maybe, but I don't know. My son doesn't hold on to things like that. He kind of, I don't know,
Yeah.
the way he talks, it's kind of surprises me sometimes. He's like, okay, that's in the past. You got to move forward. What are you going to do? you know, Cry about it when you're in your 20s. He's like, come on now, no. I love you, mom. I love my dad. What happened happened, and I'm over it. He's a good dad to me now, and we have a great life. He goes, how and why would that hurt or harm me now or lose sleep over it? Like, I've had these talks with him, and I'm just like, I
Yeah.
don't know, it makes me proud a little bit. Like, oh, my baby, like,
But I think also too, I mean, and I think it's kudos to you as well that um you didn't keep him from me. You know what I mean? Like I talked to him all the time when I was in. Unfortunately, I think a lot of rucas don't do that. They use the kids as the weapon, and they'll not let them
but
talk
the
to the
thing is
father.
that
Or
I was 1,000% positive that you were going to get out and be a father to him.
yeah,
There's some guys that go to prison and they have kids scattered all over the place, and who knows if they really are going to get out and do what they need to do and really come out and be a father. I knew that with you, it was going to happen. I knew it.
yeah. But
Some of these women might not have that confidence and say, "Hey, I know for sure he's going to get out and he's going to handle his business." Some of them can't really truly say that.
yeah, but I still think that you do the kid a disservice when you don't let them keep in touch. Um, whether you believe the father's gonna do right when he gets out or not, as long as he wants to do right now, I think that the best thing to do is to keep that line of communication open. Um, you slept with the dude, you had a baby with the dude. Give them the chance to do whatever. I think that because if not, you know, it, you're starting off, with one hand tied behind your back.
Mm.
Sergio said we lived in the same house and wouldn't see my parents for weeks at a time. She tried to play the hurt mother role, but I didn't give a shit and just laughed at her. Yeah, I think that's kind of like the same as I had. Like, I basically, you know, raised myself from a certain point. Um, they were, my fita was either work or school or whatever. Kenya said, yeah, single parent households are becoming normal, and so is growing crime rates and drug abuse. No coincidence. None at all. Exactly. Yep. And it's sad, eh? It's bad. People have normalized it. That's not even something that's, if you think about, I mean, a lot of things have changed, and I'm not saying that, maybe I'm not saying we should go back to this, but think about when it was shameful for a woman to get pregnant without a husband. You know what I mean? Like you hear about, oh my, my parents sent me to wherever to have the baby because it would be a shame on the family. I'm not saying that that's the good way to do it or the right way or any of that, but I think that it should be shame. And I'm not saying that you should be sent away to have babies or any of that other stuff. Not, but the feelings should be there. Like you should feel something about having a baby out of wedlock. You know what I mean? It's not about you and this dude. It's the child, and the child needs both parents. That's what's normal. That's what's, the that's what is gives the child the best chance in life, you know.
The parents don't care though. They're about themselves. They're having
Yeah,
fun. They're
yeah,
out partying. They get pregnant. They don't care. They have no shame, no embarrassment.
Yeah.
They just don't. And a lot of all this stuff happened probably in the 80s and 90s when all these women came out and I could do it myself and Miss Independent Woman and I'm boss girl and da 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 and I don't need a man and this and that. And then the government says, I'll give you all this food stamps and I'll put you in a home if you don't have a baby dad. That's fine. That's when all this stuff happened. Let's be honest and let's be real. That's when it happened.
Lyndon B. Johnson.
You hear women talking about that now. I don't need a man to have a baby. I'll do it myself. And like, why would you want to struggle? Why would you want your kid not to have both parents?
Mm-hmm.
But it's all these movements and all these things that have come along the way.
Yeah.
And look it. And it's because of that this is why we're in where we're in.
Yeah. That is a fact. Javier said, when I learned how to read, I felt liberated. I expanded my mind. I learned about life and right from wrong. Perhaps giving out books will help. Yeah. Bro, everything will help. And I don't think anything should ever be off the table. But you're absolutely right. I think education, reading books, opening minds is another huge thing. I think because I think it trains kids, or it teaches people to be logical. And a lot of the problems, I think, come from being illogical. You know what I'm saying? Like kids they don't think like adults, you know what I'm saying? So some of this stuff that happens to them, they feel it's like the end of the world, you know what I mean? But if they can expand their mind by reading books and learning and all that, then they can see that there's a whole world out there, and it's not over just because you're going through this right now. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
it's just it's tough. I think it takes a lot of I mean, this is obviously not a discussion that can go on for 2 hours and we're going to solve everything. But I think everything should be on the table, and I think the kids are worth it. You know what I mean? I really do. I'm tired of people people giving up, man, on these kids. You're sentencing kids to life in prison. You're throwing these kids away to, because of the circumstances of their upbringing. You have to know that it's not their fault fully. You know what I mean? Yes, they have to be held responsible for their actions. They have to learn that. But they're not accountable the way an adult would be. You know what I mean? That's not the way the world works when it's with kids. If a kid can't go to war, if a kid cannot make the decision to buy beer, the government says that they're not mature enough to drink, but somehow they're mature enough to get sentenced to life in prison for something they may or may not have done. Like, I don't see how that is logical in and of itself. But it's sad. It's sad that kids have just been thrown by the wayside, and that and what's even worse is, I'm gonna go in on obviously about this, but that there's adults that would lead these kids down the same path that they have gone down, knowing what it is, how it feels, the consequences of it. That is, I think, one of the worst things. And that's why I speak the way I do about these clicas and these vatos that people want to call legends. Like, these are fucking predators, perpetrators of child neglect and child endangerment and child, that all of those words that you can speak on with these children. Like, You're leading kids astray. And that's what they are. They're kids. Even at 18, that ain't no fucking magic number. These are immature children coming into a system looking up to this 40-year-old man because they have a twisted sense of whatever that is. And these fucking dudes are leading them, by the fucking nose and saying, this is what it means to be a man. This is what it means to be a Chicano. This, or using all this
Yeah.
fucking cultura shit. They use all this, and I'm talking about for every race, not just raza. Every one of them does it. The whites use the Vikings, the blacks use the, whatever, everything is, they try to instill this false sense of pride and say that being that means you have to do this, you, being a Chicano or being raza or being Mexican or being white or whatever doesn't mean you have to kill people. Doesn't, especially doesn't mean you have to kill your own people. I'm not
Super
under,
crazy.
yeah, I don't understand how that doesn't compute. How can there be a cause for the raza when your victims are all raza, but somehow you're for the raza? It doesn't.
Wow. Yeah.
But these kids can't put those thoughts together because they're still immature. They're still young and dumb, and they're just gonna believe the hype. It's sad. It's tough.
Yeah, babe, we're coming up like on 2 hours, babe.
Yeah, let me finish these comments in the.
And I'm not trying to like, you know, run this like I normally do. I'm not being funny, but let's read the comments and then.
You can't run this, woman.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Burqueño said, yeah, giving out books or even a small library if he gets his building, maybe. Yeah, for real. Yeah. I mean, bro, when I was reading on like options and stocks, the stock, like all that shit, bro, I spent hours fucking doing that. I was reading, I would get the paper, I get the Wall Street Journal, I'd read charts. Like, I really think that that's the type, like, kids will do that shit. Like, it's
Well, you
fun
turned
to,
Mijo on to that. He
yeah,
was, our son was like 18. I mean, probably before that, talking about stocks and bonds and getting into it and putting
yeah,
his money in things and trading. I'm like, what is
yeah.
going on?
We split a couple, yeah, we split a couple options at one point for app on Apple. I mean, it was man, it was I don't know. That reading has always opened up the world to me, and I think most people locked up. Everybody reads in there. There's a reason for that. Burqueño said illiteracy and juvenile crime go hand in hand. Yeah, there's a lot of that too, even into adulthood. He said. Sergio said, very true, Burqueño. Travis Drury said, 100% on missing that father figure. That's all I looked for. And it was my older sister's boyfriends who weren't right role models, but I wanted to be down, so did anything to impress them. Yeah. And that's actually the downfall of so many, bro. Wanting to impress those adult figures that are around. That's that's what makes prison what it is, bro. Like you got these kids that are picking up picos and killing people that are in there. Most, what's crazy, and it's not all, but if you look at these fools in the joint that kill people in prison, the majority have never killed anybody in their life. They're in there maybe for an armed robbery, for an aggravated assault, maybe whatever the case may be, but not necessarily a murder. But then inside, they pick up that shank and kill somebody. It's and it's always to impress. That's the reason for it. It's very rare that an individual kills somebody in self-defense in prison. It's for the most part to impress and to do what is being asked of you by those that are looked upon as the, you know, whatever you want to call them. So, Pequeño said, man, I used to get a quarter for every time I lose a tooth from my dad. It was enough for a half a bag of popcorn at school.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Sergio said, LOL, Pequeño, that popcorn machine must be universal because we had it in my school too. We had it in my school too, he said. Yeah. Fucking popcorn machine. 8B said, good night, everyone.
We had a
Hitting
popcorn machine in my house. Do you remember the popcorn machine that we had?
No.
Don't act dumb. Yes, you do.
Where? Which one?
In our house when I don't know if you saw it when you got out.
I
You
don't
never saw
remember.
it with Mijo. It was like red. They had bought like a whole red popcorn machine.
Oh, yes. Yeah. It was like it, it sat on a table, not on wheels, right?
No, it was on wheels. It was a stand-up one. It's like taller than me.
Fuck, I never saw it then.
You never
I just,
remember it?
mm-mm. I remember you guys talking about it, but I don't think I ever saw it.
Oh,
Mm-mm. That's crazy. Just
it
making.
was just like the one that at the first hotel I worked at, that popcorn machine where you had the wheel, and it was huge. It was just like that, but red.
Oh yeah, yeah. I remember that.
I
Yeah.
want another one of those. They're so
All right.
good. Sorry, got off track there. My bad. Okay, focus.
Azia Thunder said, I did 8 years, 11 months myself in Arizona. Been out since 2014. Glad to be out, sober and working.
Oh, see? That's what's
Absolute
up.
good shit, bro.
That's
Glad
good.
glad you're out as well, homeboy. Been out since 2014. That's 8 years. That's
Wow.
feeding me. I've been out 1 year or less. I got out in 2015. AP said, still listening.
Okay, P.
Travis said, good for you, Azia. Keep walking that line, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Farmero se órale raza. Send mine puro P23.
Ah,
Whoa. That's right, brother.
Watermelon.
Sergio said, hey, Farmero. Burkino said, Sergio, the public school special. LOL. The popcorn. Sergio said, LOL. Damn, it sounded like you were about to sing the McDonald's theme song. But I'm loving it.
Ah,
Bro, I'm telling you, I know how to play the piano.
no, you don't.
She's a hater. What else could I play? I'm trying to think. Burqueño said, AP, good night. Farmero, peace. Sergio said, Burqueño, LOL, but that square piece of pizza was the shit, huh? Yeah, with the French fries, bro. Yep. Square pizza was always good. Remember that, babe, in school?
Yeah. Well, sometimes I would take my lunch though, but I do remember the pizza.
I remember in juvenile hall, I always loved, they used to give that one white and one chocolate milk. I love chocolate
I
milk.
remember in junior high though, I didn't take my lunch because it wasn't cool.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, that's when we like stopped, and my mom's like, but why? Like she loved making our lunches, and in junior high we're like, no, like we're gonna take our lunch. Like it's not cool.
Hmm. Sergio with the yellow cheese, it was the best, said Burqueño. He laughing. Sergio said, yeah, the yellow cheese, that didn't even cover the whole piece, LOL. Burqueño said, I'm nostalgic now. Sergio, LOL, I'm about to see if they sell that in the store somewhere. And you know Sergio is. Fucking dude. He finds everything. Uh, Burkina said, "This is why we have kids. Bribe them to bring a piece back from school." Travis Drew, he said, "My dad died when I was 2, and I think my mom felt guilty for some reason, so I just got away with whatever I wanted. She worked and was there, but no discipline." Yeah, I think
Yeah.
there's a lot of that too. I've seen that. I've seen that quite a bit where, um, like,
The moms feel guilty.
yeah, they feel
Yeah, it's
guilty
hard.
for whatever may have been going. Obviously, it's usually because the dad left or died or whatever. And I think that was one of the things that Joe why you spoiled our son the way you did, right? I mean,
I spoiled him as far as like I made sure he lived in a good area, went to the good school, had everything as two parents could give him. And out of his friends, all his friends from, the neighborhood and the school he went to, he actually uh, kind of had more than what than what his friends had. I
mm,
didn't mind spoiling him though and giving him those things because I didn't want him to feel left out because his father wasn't there. But I couldn't have a kid running wild and being rude. So I did discipline him. I feel like every child needs discipline. They cannot make up, they can't make decisions on their own. There's just no way. What are you doing?
me
Yeah.
looking to see if those people emailed me, but I'm listening to you.
Okay. I'm done.
Why? What are you talking about?
Oh, I'm done talking. So finish reading the comments.
Oh, yeah, I just think that I don't know what the difference is there. Like why Mijo didn't.
I just wouldn't let him play that victim role either. Like your dad's not here right now because of certain situations. He's gonna be out one day, and this is just what it is. You have
Yeah.
everything you need, everything you want. You're living good. Like as a little kid, people would laugh at him because he would say, "Oh, this is the life." Like he would sit there and say that as a little kid because he did have everything.
Hmm.
But being rude and being disrespectful and not getting good grades, there's just no way. There's no way that he was going to run my household or run his own life the way he wants it. I mean, if it was up to him, he wouldn't go to school. He'd, you know, let a kid just raise himself. It can't happen. They need
Yeah.
discipline. They need structure.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest. That's honestly the biggest thing, even from a single parent home. I mean, but I think that's obviously the problem, right? So, I think that I think that kids don't get that structure because the mother is or father, whatever. It's too hard for a single parent. I mean, you had the support of your mom, your brothers, your sister. Like family when you needed it. You know what I mean? And
But Miho knew that if I came home and found out he was acting up or if he was getting in trouble, I never got a bad report card because
yeah.
he knew better. He had that, oh my God, if I do this, I'm gonna get in trouble. So I'm not gonna do it. There's some kids that are not afraid of their parents. They're like, they're not gonna do nothing. They
Hmm.
talk a good game, but they're not gonna do nothing. They're gonna take my phone, I'm gonna get it back in an hour. They're not gonna do nothing about it. These kids are not worried about their parents. They run that household.
Yeah.
And that's the problem.
Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true. Let me see. Sergio said it's not the same anymore. Everything out here is all soy based. I don't let my kids eat school lunch. I make their lunch every day. Are they doing that at schools too? Kids' schools? They do a lot of fucked up shit at school nowadays, man. You think all the shit we used to have to contend with, that ain't nothing compared to nowadays, boy. Pequeño said, true, bunch of crap in the food now. Travis said, "Yep, can't buy a beer, but you mature enough to be trained to kill and see people killed. Makes no sense, and they can't handle it, and they come home worse off mentally." Yeah, there's that too. Military, it's crazy. At 18, you can go. They're gonna give you a gun and tell you to shoot someone, but you can't drink a beer. And now in some states, you can't even smoke a cigarette. You gotta be 21 too. It's crazy. Javier said Jovan can tell the kids how she felt when she got her papers and stopped wearing huaraches and stopped riding her burro.
Whatever, that's you and AP talking about your true colors came out tonight with all this music talk and all these words that, I mean, even Manuel here, who's straight Weddy, couldn't even understand what you guys were saying, you
he
know?
said he said riding her burro. Sergio said Javier, LOL. Burkini said cricket, my dad was heavy on cultura, our ethnicity, the lowrider scene, etc. But he loathed the gang aspect of it all. This is why after I grew up and talked to him again, he no longer accepted me, not trying to tell a sob story, just what it was. I can Yeah, I hear you. Um the vato that I grew up thinking was my dad, until I was 12 or 13 years old, was big on the Chicano movement stuff. Got involved with the Brown Berets, used to talk big shit about whites and black people. Um, he was so all into the Chicanismo stuff. Uh, but later in life, after him and my mom divorced, and so he married a white lady, like it was just a show, because it was what it was supposed to be like in the 60s and 70s. Um, I think that's the hard part with it. Like everybody wants to be proud of where their roots are. Um, but there's a line, what I mean, there comes a point where we're just all human, and we have to accept each other for that. And yes, you can be proud of your culture. You can celebrate your culture. Different whatever. Like Cinco de Mayo or whatever, if that's your thing, or whatever. Um, but we have to remember that it's just a thing. You know what I mean? It doesn't make us better than anybody else. Doesn't make anybody else better than us, and it, it doesn't mean that it shouldn't be to the exclusion of other people. I think it almost causes a division, and that's, I think, tough. You know what I mean? I think yes, be proud, learn. It's great. I mean, I love the artwork. I love the cultura. I love reading on it. Um, but I know that there's a limit there. I know that there is no cause. I know we're not going to go back to running around with feathers. I'm also one of those that say, I don't know how many people in here, um, when you look at the cultura, and I've heard people say how the Spaniards came and raped our women and all this. And it's almost like they tend to forget that that's our cultura too. You know what I mean? Without the Spaniards, there'd be no us. It's the mestizo, the Spanish and Indian that made the Mexican. But nobody wants to talk about that side. So it's just something to know. It's knowledge. It's something to celebrate. It's something to like. But it's not life. And I think that's where it's been used as a tool to control. You know what I mean? You make people think that that's something that's you should be prideful of at the cost of others. Like, it's just, and at the same time, you're killing your own, and you're saying that you're for your raza. It's It's kind of like an oxymoron at the same time.
Who's a moron?
What?
Just kidding.
Sergio said, Burqueño, you guys weren't able to salvage the relationship at all, bro? Oh, Burqueño said, I can spend all day analyzing charts. My wife hates it.
Oh
I like them.
goodness, here we
There,
go.
there's some that I like. I followed. I think I told you. I followed William O'Neill's charts from his book How to Make Money in Stocks. He had like there was a proprietary amount of I can't remember. He had like the cup with handle, the saucer with handle, the upside down. There was a few of them. I have to go back and refresh it, but those are the ones that I looked at the most. I know there was a bunch of other ones, but I really like those. Those are the ones I try to get at. Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah, it's true. Buqueño sent me a picture of it has like the Spaniard and the Indio, and then like a Mexican guy in the middle.
I'm nothing. I came in. I appeared in my mother's stomach through the spirit. So just a little bit of everybody.
To the spirit, huh?
How about that?
Yeah, I get it. Anunnakis.
Shut up! I'm kidding. I gotta get getting off here soon, babe. Are you gonna wrap it up or?
Let me finish these and we'll get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
Nos vamos a la verga with AP.
Well, let's go. Who else is going?
Burqueño said, nah, he thinks of me like I'm scum, bro, like I tainted the Romero name or something. It is what it is. He's in his 60s now, maybe as a few years pass. Sergio said, and there it is. It's actually a record. She went about 3 to 4 lines without showing her privilege.
Okay, well, it's just something that we had. I thought most people have those in their homes. My bad.
Popcorn machines?
Yeah.
You thought most people have them in homes? How many more people have you seen them with them in homes?
I don't know. Why not?
Sergio said you appeared through your mom's stomach in a spirit. That's called the pedo.
Whatever, hater. Still love him.
Oh, man. Sergio said, Burqueño, damn, hopefully so if you're still open to it later. Yeah. Fingers crossed, said Burqueño. Travis said, damn, had one of them popcorn machines. Those aren't cheap. Be honest, Cricket. When you first met White Fence, he was looking to rob her house. Shit, she moved into my house, bro.
Yeah, and that's what I became real for.
Yeah.
I gave up my room, cable TV, a big screen TV to go live in your house with a bunch of crazy people.
Sleeping on the floor, watching what was that? What were the movie shows?
We had a little TV with no cable, no nothing. It's just.
But what were those shows?
We watched, what was it, like that Love Connection thing and
Love them or leave them or some shit.
something like that. We would watch like those shows at night. It was funny.
Date or hate or some shit.
What was it called? It was
Can't remember. It was one of
Date
those.
or Leave Them or something.
Yeah, it was that WB shit.
Yeah, something like that.
Sergio said, Travis, LOL. Laughed my ass off. Scoping it out, said Burqueño. Javier said, when they asked Cricket for his cell number, he still says cell 6 in prison. Hold on, this shit jumped right when I got to that. Cell 6 in prison, not his cell phone number. Stay away. LA Dodgers Blue said, Cricket, what is that channel called that they did that special with you on it? It's Lad Bible, bro. Lad Bible. The way I found it, I Googled Lad Bible Mexican Mafia and it came up. So I don't know. I don't know where else it's at or what it's just there. When they ask, I said that. Nene Joe said, "Qué rollo con el pollo? My brown brothers just stopping by to extend my support to you and your wife. May the best days of your lives be just ahead in Jesus' name," he said. Gracias, brother.
Oh, thank you.
Appreciate that, bro. Right back at you, ya sabes. Purqueño said LA Dodgers. I thought it was Lad Bible, but these guys are saying it's something else. Nah, it is Lad Bible. I sent you the link, Purqueño. I don't have your number, LA Dodgers, but like I said, I just Googled Lad Bible y Mexican Mafia. ZG said shit's changed a bit. Fence nowadays, kids know if they get whooped, they can get their folks a case. Yeah.
No, I get it. And if you don't, and there's a lot of parents that don't believe in spanking their kids, but you can discipline them in other ways. Take away their phone. Don't let them go outside. Take away their games. Take away their room. Take away their whole room. Take away their TV. Take away everything. Put them to do chores outside. Give them extra chores. There's other ways. Because my son, at a certain point, I couldn't, spank him or anything. He was already too big. So around junior high is when we started doing like grounding and stuff like that. He was almost taller than me at that age. I can't.
Yeah. Sergio said, yeah, when my youngest boy was going to summer school, he brought home some lunches because they were providing it and had a lot. So he would bring home 3 to 5 lunches, all the stuff that was prepackaged, like burgers, pizza, burritos, all said it was made of soy and also said not for individual sale, property of the CDC. They were feeding the kids prison food. What the fuck?
What?
That's crazy.
Wow.
That's fucking crazy. Burqueño said, damn, Sergio, serio? Yeah, bro. Once I seen that, I never let him eat it again. Travis said, gonna crash. Appreciate you guys. Always enjoy this. Have a good night, brother. Appreciate you too. We're about done too, bro. So appreciate you sticking around
Good
through
night.
all my
I know
boring talk.
tonight was a little bit of a late one.
Yeah. I did tell a war story though. What was
Lord.
it again? Oh, my Crunch and Munch. No, what else? Did I tell a war story?
I don't know.
Sergio said, you appeared. Oh, Burqueño said, Travis, peace. You appeared through your mom's stomach and a spirit. That's called the pedo. Burqueño said, we had Jiffy Pop. Big motherfucker. There he is. I didn't even get a notification this time, he said. What's up, brother? So it turns out, big motherfucker, that I'm a crybaby. That interview that I did with Lad Bible came out, and they said I teared up, which I really don't remember, but probably did. Burqueño said Love Connection with Chuck Woolery. No, it wasn't Love Connection, bro. It was the newer ones on the WB. And they would go on a date with, like, it was a couple that would come in. They would go on dates with other people, and then they would come on and they would show a sign that whether they're going to stay together or break up. But they had to watch each other go on these dates. And, some of them whores were like really doing some shit. Burqueño said Arsenio Hall. No, not Arsenio Hall. Sergio said we had that off-colored hot air popcorn popper that threw the popcorn everywhere. Is that video on Lad Bible? Wait, we had that on Lad Bible, you said? So it's called Lad Bible, bro, but it doesn't look like it's on their YouTube channel. It's an actual let me just show you kind of so you can see, but it's an actual what would it be called? it's like a thing, you know what I mean? Like a right here, you can push it and watch that, and then it's just like a story. So I haven't pushed anything on it. I don't know if it sends you to something, but it's on www.unilad.com. Yeah, so that's what it says right there. So Burqueño said got it. ZG said the dating game. It wasn't the dating game either, because it was like the people were boyfriend and girlfriend, but the show sent them on dates with other people, and then they had to decide whether they were going to stay together or break up. It was a mess. And then we'd also watch that other one where the what was that one, babe, where the guy they were videoing the girl cheating, and they were Cheaters.
Oh, Cheaters. Yeah.
Yeah, and we'd watch Cheaters too. The
Who would
dating
sit there
game.
and get mad at each other? Because we're like,
Yeah,
I swear to God, if you ever, we sit there and like get mad while we're watching this show, and we're like, this isn't even us. Like, stop. But that's when we were young and stupid.
yeah. Let me see. Clip one. Let me see real quick. Sorry, I wanna. Big motherfuckers asking about the thing. I'm just gonna send it to you because I do have your number, brother. There it is. I just sent it to you, motherfucker. Motherfucker. Burkini said, I remember that show. The couple would get all hurt. Yeah, they'd be fucked up. Change of Hearts, ZG.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
That's what
Yeah.
it was. He said, change of hearts, fool. Yep, that was it. Change of
Yeah.
hearts. Are you
Yeah, because
staying?
this guy, he didn't have cable, so we had to watch like regular
WB.
TV channels. I mean,
You know, that's one of the things. You remember, babe? Remember the newspaper bullshit. So one of the things that helped me, either way I got caught, but one of the things that helped me originally on one of my murders, the cops were saying that someone was telling on me, and the person that was telling said that the morning after we did the murder, that I went out to my front yard and got my newspaper and brought it inside, and that me and Sinner were laughing at the article about how we had just killed this guy, but I never had a newspaper like article. No, I didn't have the newspaper delivered to that fucking house. It was all a lie. But that's how cheap we were. We didn't have newspaper. We didn't have fucking cable. We didn't have shit in that motherfucker.
man,
We didn't even have a
you're
bed.
welcome. You're welcome. I slept
We
on
had
the floor with this guy. I slept
we
on
had
the floor with him, and it was blankets that I brought from my house,
yeah.
and it was good blankets. I
I
even
had
brought you a carpet, remember,
yeah,
for the
yeah,
living room?
the black one. We did have black leather couches though,
God, this
and
guy.
we had those pictures of Scarface on the wall.
Jesus, I tell you. Oh, whatever. Good times, I guess.
So just said all of a sudden you're Tony Soprano walking out of your driveway in a bathrobe. I know. It was stupid.
That's so stupid, the stuff they would say. Like they just made some stuff up. Like, really?
It said I burnt my clothes inside a taco or a tamale cooker. I was like, what the fuck is a
Who's
tamale
that?
cooker?
I was like,
But yeah, that was good shit. All right, we're out of here. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. I think this was a good, this is the type of shit I like talking about.
we just want to say thank you to everybody for supporting Manuel and the 10,000 subscribers. And thank you for sticking around and being here with us and supporting us. And,
See that? 10,007 now.
oh, you're fancy.
Yeah. They keep on coming. That's right. I get it. I understand.
It's because I'm a hoop.
All
You
right.
think?
I don't think it has anything to do with you, babe.
Oh, wow. This guy.
But it could be.
Yeah. It could. Yeah. It probably isn't. All right. Good night, everybody. Have a good. Oh yeah, Super Bowl weekend. You guys be safe. Be careful. It's crazy out there. It's crazy out there now. I mean,
Yep.
it's. I don't even want to be here right now. It's how crazy it is.
Those of you in Phoenix, please be careful. It is crazy out there, but have fun. It's supposed to be a fun time. Make it that. Sergio said you can burn clothes in a stock pot. Yeah, I know. It was stupid. They called it the tamale cooker. And then another person said that I refused to burn my clothes because they were brand new. That was true. Purqueño said, steamed your BDs or what? Right?
Right.
Shit, now I know, said Sergio. Purqueño said, all right, everybody, appreciate the live. Great combo. Yep. Have a good night, everyone, said Sergio. Thank you to everybody that took part in this conversation and those that just sat in the background and listened. Appreciate you guys, too. We are really, really dedicated to this nonprofit, and those that want to play a part in it one way or another are more than welcome. So we appreciate you guys caring enough about this situation and these things. Not everything is for enjoyment and just storytelling. There's real life out there, and there's real kids and real people that are suffering. So that's what people need to remember when they're hearing all this stuff. So gracias y vámonos a la verga.
Oh my God.
What happened? You don't want to go to the verga?
Well, yours maybe.
What the hell? I'm still getting text messages from you guys. The red one is gross. Never tried the blue one.
Those are so old.
I know. It's crazy. I don't like apple fritter. Maybe the strawberry.
Okay, well.
All right, guys. Oh, Porqueño hit himself in the face. What happened, bro? You don't want to go to the verga? All right.
My goodness. I'm
Appreciate
done.
you guys. And hasta mañana. Buenas noches.
Bye.
I wonder if I should post this article on the community thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You should.
But it says I'm a fucking crier.
You don't care what people say about you.
I really don't. Okay. You guys have a good night.
Cheers. I can't with you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. You got a minute?
Sergio said, I am a sister wife now, so I guess it's a requirement. Anyway,
Guys.
we're out of here. We're going to end it on that note.